Warning. Content of this podcast is of our own opinion. Please do not hurt us, or we hurt you. Please enjoy this podcast.
LTS.
Kick back, relax, and enjoy the LTS podcast.
My best friend.
Welcome to LTS. Today I am your host, Mr. J. To my right, I think I have a water bottle here, but I don't know. Oh yeah, I do. But anyway, I have here with me, of course, one out of three co-hosts, which is me. And then over here I have Marquitos. Marcos,
Hi.
please introduce yourself in Japanese.
Good evening. Good day. Salutations.
This is the LTS. And over here I have my other third, Alan. Please introduce yourself.
What's going on, everyone? Thanks for having me back. And I hope we have a great podcast once again.
And according to the papers in front of me, hold up. Yes, we have co-hosts. Monse and Elaine, please. In orderly fashion. Okay. They're returning, yes. It says right here.
Hi.
Black and white.
Thank you for having me back again.
I said in orderly
It's a
fashion.
pleasure.
Thank you, Monse.
Yes.
Hi.
Thank you, Elaine. Because we forgot about
Nice to be
that.
back.
Always
So-
a pleasure to have you all back.
So Marcos,
Yes.
I heard you got
You
affected by a
guys better.
sneeze.
Well, out of context, anyways, everyone here living in the winter, right? We're in the winter season, like in anime.
What?
But yeah.
No.
Everyone over here, right, has been on the road, right? The road, buses, trains, transportation in general, right? And a very popular thing to do is to use the GPS systems in one's cars, right? Am I right or am I wrong?
In the cars or
You're
your
right.
phone? Because I use my phone.
You're very right.
In transition, may that be in your car or on foot, whatever, just to look up addresses or locations, status updates on track.
Yes, I use my phone.
Google Maps all day.
Yes. So, for this episode, this one comes to you straight from Yahoo News. Yahoo News.
We're not sponsored by Yahoo. Please do.
Yeah, right? So the snow closed the highway. GPS mapped a harrowing detour. So basically, harrowing.
Oh, I thought you said Harold.
Yeah, right.
Of Galactus.
So basically, this took place on the West Coast. Okay, this individual, if you want to read the full details, but the spark notes is that this individual had to drive from basically California all the way up to Seattle, and the snowstorm closed out a specific route, like in a choke point. So the GPS took him on side roads, and these side roads weren't properly maintained for this 2021 winter season over there in the West Coast. Up north, it's been pretty bad. Pretty bad in that there's been a lot of snow. And the West Coast has been having, a lot of, forest fires and now a lot of snow. It's so, they can't catch a break, but, my heart goes out to them. And, you if you want to read the full details, they're right there in the story. Now, my question is for you and the listeners over here at the podcast. What's your most exciting GPS story? GPS detour story? From the top, let's go with Jose. You got any fun GPS stories that they took you like a roundabout route and you had, an interesting time?
I took the wrong turn and I went to Chick-fil-A.
That was
Took him to the cookies.
Good one, y'all. That's a good one.
No, I'm kidding. No. I follow
Monse?
directions and they take me to nice places.
What about you, Monse?
Well, I actually one time. So I was on my way home and I decided to take a different road, even though the GPS told me to go another way. And at the moment, I was like, do I turn here or should I just go straight? So I decided to go straight, and I found money on the floor while I was driving.
Oh no!
I found $13.
Okay.
So that was pretty cool.
That was
Hasn't happened to me again, but
You found a duffel bag of money just lying there.
I wouldn't mind. I mean, to this day I still have those $13.
What is a sign, like a lucky charm or something like that?
Invest.
I don't know. I just kept them. I put them away, and I actually found them when I was moving, and I was like, "Ooh, money!" But I left it there. I haven't touched it.
Okay.
But that was pretty cool.
That's cool. What about you, Alan?
Let's see. Let me try to think about the stories, because I do have 3 stories in particular. One in the U.S., one in Mexico, and one in Japan. But I think they're relatively all very similar in the sense that I'm trying to go from point A to point B, and all on my way there, I kind of get sidetracked or kind of get lost. But like, I've always thought about it in this way, where it's like, it's an adventure, right? You're trying to get somewhere, and you ultimately find cool stuff along the way. So I try to view it as a positive instead of a negative. And in all 3 situations, not only did I get to my destination, but I did find cool things along the way, places to eat, and like cool little locations to chill at, and I guess hang out. But nothing like crazy where it's like I end up on some Scooby-Doo mystery type of scenario.
In Mexico.
Oh, in Mexico? No. Because
it's even everywhere. It's a Scooby-Doo mystery, more or less.
No, definitely not. I don't think so. Unless you're looking for trouble, like, I don't think that's something that you would probably find yourself in. Because ultimately, like, I'm on the highway, I'm on the road, and it's not like I'm going down, the interstate in Mexico. Yeah, or even on the side roads. Like, yeah, you have to be wary of places, but it's not like, or be careful and cautious, but it's not like I was out there like snooping around looking for trouble. It was like I wanted to get from point A to point B, and that's about it. So, yeah, but I mean, you find places, like really nice places that you never would have found had you gone the right direction, I guess. And ultimately, every time I go back, I try to go back to those same places in order for me to reacquaint myself to locations that I've eaten at and stuff like that, or stayed at, whether it be like a hotel or something, or a place to eat, or even like over there down in Mexico, there's like Zócalos and stuff like that, or
town squares, parks, if you will, for the listeners.
Yeah, town squares or parks and stuff like that. Which is really nice, because you would think that maybe there's not a lot to see over there, especially like on the off roads or going down the interstate and making a incorrect turn or something like that. But yeah, you find really, really nice places. Other than that, I mean, I would say those are the stories that I can come up with right now. Like, again, trying to be more specific, I would probably go down the rabbit hole, but I mean, I'll leave you with that. I mean, you get to see really dope places that you would otherwise never see if you like, to Montserrat's point, right? It's like, if you took the actual like directions from the GPS correctly, maybe you would get to your place faster or whatnot. But sometimes, you take the good with the bad. But yep.
Not really.
Oh, really?
Not really.
Sus.
Okay, I guess it's just me.
Those GPS make you go all around the world to get to one point. If you know the roads, you will be there like in 5 minutes.
Oh,
but you put it in the GPS.
Yeah.
The GPS takes you like an hour and 30 minutes.
No, yeah, I get that. But I mean, if
They're
you're
making
going
me
to a
waste
new
gas.
place,
That's not okay.
No, but we're talking. Well, I'm talking specifically about a place that you've never really gone to before, like a new place.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no. In your case, I don't know what happened with you, and then I don't even know what type of GPS you were using. Might have been
another thing.
like Apple Maps or something. I don't know.
No, I've like used
Exposing
Google
Apple
Maps.
over here. Okay.
I've used Google.
Okay.
Oh, oops. Was I not supposed to use that? Oops, sorry.
No. You're good. You're good.
Anyway, but like, really, you put the address, and then it tells you you'll get there in like 45 minutes to an hour, and you're like around the block from it. So I mean, it takes you through different paths, which is nice because you learn different ways to get there. But it would be nice to get there in 5 minutes.
Yeah. Elaine, got any? What about you? Like, have you had any stories about that with your GPS stories, Elaine?
No. Since I don't really go anywhere. So
With your family, with your family or something like that.
No. They pretty much know where they're going, so they don't use.
You don't believe in this mumbo jumbo GPS?
Oh no, yeah, like I think obviously like you're gonna make a mistake and take a wrong turn, you know, and that could either be like a good experience or a bad one, or just like a really like a I guess not scared moment, but like you do get like anxious about it, especially if you don't know or like are not familiar with where you are. But I mean, I haven't had an experience like that yet, so you know, who knows?
The cafe, Elaine, the cafe.
Oh, but we didn't really use a GPS. Like we didn't get lost. Like, did we? I don't think so. I think we
There you go.
or something.
We did because we were trying to find parking. Remember?
Oh, but we already knew where we were. It was just no. We were on foot by then. I think we were just looking for the place, and I was already around there. But we were walking.
Like, stop exposing me. Stop.
GPS took us elsewhere.
I don't remember. Oh, but like, yeah, oh, snap. I just forgot. But someone said, like, you get to find new places, and those are like the good parts of getting lost, I guess.
Man, that's weird because all I get is beat up.
Yeah, that was Alan.
Oh, yeah.
What kind of places do you be going to?
Plus, you're exposed to
You worry me.
You worry me. I follow directions.
Maybe that's why. Yeah.
Maybe that's why.
It's like you sound like a person that colors outside the lines.
Elaine over here flaming Mr. J.
Nah, but yeah, I usually don't have problem with Google Maps. When it tells me I get there a certain time, I get there a certain time.
I guess. No, for me, guys.
No, I don't guess.
They need to update them.
Okay, so recently there's been some features in Google Maps, and I don't know about Apple Maps. But in Google Maps, you're able to pick specifically what some parameters. Fine tune if you want to get to a specific location by car, on foot, bicycle, taxi, all those like public transit, and you can also choose if you want to take ferries, avoid tolls, highways, all those things. And now you can also go to the other option if you want to maximize your fuel efficiency or maximize your quickness, to get to from point A to point B. And so, yeah, right. But default,
because you can do
wants
multiple stops.
Yes, and add stops to it. But now, another thing, the default setting that it takes you is that it takes you the most fuel efficient one, the one that you'll save the gas most. So normally saving gas would be something that you don't have to stop and go that much because, it saves you gas. So to premise to the story that I have to tell you guys that happened to me on Wednesday and Friday this past week. Remember on Wednesday there was a freezing rain, right?
No.
Oh yes.
There was rain, right? And it was freezing. It was freezing up on the highway. And no matter how much,
Marcos was shivering there in his warm,
Yeah, right.
nice, comfortable car.
yeah, and while it was freezing, it was making specifically 2 highways that we can take to go south to New York. It freezes them up more or less. No matter how much salt.
27.
No, I-95 and the Merritt. So, just as an
Oh.
example, my dad, right? We
Oh,
normally
that was bad.
the I-95. We left our house, right, and we're going down the highway. My dad normally leaves like an hour or
Not the I-96, right?
no, I-95 and the Merritt. My dad leaves like 45 minutes before, 45 minutes to an hour before us, and we leave, a little bit after, way after him. He
Florida.
calls us. He has his GPS on, and he says, "Yo, guys." 100% he prefers the Merritt because it's you don't have to worry about the tractor trailers. He says, "Guys, the GPS is pulling me out of the Merritt. What do I do? Should I follow the GPS or anything like that?" Me personally, I always tell him GPS wants to save you, I set it up to save him gas. He's like, I mean, it's telling you what to do. Do you choose to accept the option? And he's like, you know what? No, I'll stay on the Merritt. Okay. My mom and I are on the other car, right? And we're like, he's by exit halfway from where we live all the way to New York State, right? To on the halfway point. He's like, okay, it's telling me to get out every other stop. Get out, get out, get out. So what do I do, guys? Should I get out? My dad's ahead of us, right? Like my mom's like, get out, get out. Okay, we're slowing down. I'll get out on the next stop. Okay. And we have GPS on our car. On the phone, and it's telling us also get out now, off the Merritt. Okay, go to I-95. Okay, we get off. We get on the first exit to way before the halfway point to get off the Merritt, right? We go to before to get on the I-95. Accident on the I-95. Get off the on ramp. Don't even get on the highway to I-95 or the Merritt. Take the side roads. What? Right off the bat, everything was all, both highways got, there were accidents. And we're like, our dad's still on the 42nd exit, waiting to get on the 42nd. We call him. How's everything? Yo, cars, it's a pile up over here. We can't even move. I'll wait until the cars get, we can leave.
Move.
Yeah, and we're on the side roads from where we live going south. And we're like driving, bebopping. Just as a heads up, not all streets are well lit, from going north to south. It looks basically like a Scooby-Doo thing. You said it right, Alan, like a Scooby-Doo scene. I'm like, oh, dang it. We're going down the street, and from a distance, we see a school bus. We're like, why is the school bus coming in? And we see him flashing his yellow lights and everything from a mile away. Or a little bit less than a mile away, and we're following a caravan of cars. Mind you, all of these cars are SUVs, and we're like going, bebopping, and the guy's flashing his yellow lights, and like, why isn't he stopping? He hasn't pulled out his stop, his stop signal thing for the kids to cross. Freaking, it's a bus starts spinning on the street, like coming towards us. Like, oh no. And as it's doing that, car starts veering left and right onto other streets. And we're like, okay, these guys are getting off to other streets. Turns out that this entire street was a straightaway. Where were these cars going off to? People's driveways. We're like, what the heck? And they're still sliding because there's ice on the road. They're like, come on. And the truck, it was a school bus. It was fishtailing and all those things towards us. Like, oh no, let's slow down. My mom has an all-wheel drive car, right? She pumps slowly the brakes. We just hear the car just like as if it was on marbles, like pum 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 pum. Like, why is it doing that? Oh yeah, we're on ice. We've been on ice for the past 2 miles already, and we're going downhill. Like, oh no, we're heading towards this bus. And the bus, I don't know, just on time rights itself. It rights itself and just keeps going by and honks at us because we didn't stop on time. We're like, what? Bruv, we're sliding over here down towards you, and you're fishtailing just to go up this hill, and you don't put the stoplight right behind us, and you see the so that the kids could get on the bus. And we're like, there are no kids on this street. What are you doing? And we keep going, right? Behind us, we just see all the cars, backing out of the driveways, out of the tree line to get into the car. Ironically, there was more traction on the dirt than there was on the highway. And we're just going down, and we make it to the corner. And the GPS told us, turn right. Our car can't go right. A 4-wheel drive car on the ice turns right, starts doing a full donut, goes to the left. I'm like, what the? And my mom was, she's experienced driving on the ice. She's like, let's just go left instead of going right. Okay, we keep going down. Another. How do you say it in English? Boca de lobo. How do you say that in English?
Like a very dark.
I don't think there's a very good translation for that.
The wolf's mouth.
Basically, yeah, but it's not. Yeah, that reminded me of freaking Sleepy Hollow situation, and we're just going south. They're like, come on, and we just see cars spinning off in that turn. Everyone was going 10 miles an hour on that, mind you. And we're like,
That's
okay,
crazy.
let's go. Let's keep going. We didn't make it past. We're looking at the signs. We didn't make it past. We were by exit 46. We didn't make it past exit 44. We got to go back. Everything here is downhill, and everything is frozen on the road. So let's go back. And the GPS telling us go back. So the GPS is telling us to go on the ice. Like, no, let's go back. We make it to the top of an of the bridge up the Merritt, right? And everyone starts sliding again down the bridge to the other side of the road because it's a downhill. And we see 2 cars like sideways on the double yellow line sideways. Like, why are these public? How do you call this? Civilian cars sideways. And the people that were in the cars were just hailing people like, stop. You cannot cross here. It's downhill, and I do not trust my freaking all-wheel drive vehicle to go down this hill and not cause an accident. I'm like, okay. So like we're just waiting there for like 30, 45 minutes. Should we go? Should we keep going south? GPS is telling us keep going straight. Like, bruv, cars are in front of us. No. And there's a line of cars behind us right on the side on our side. So what do we do? You know what? And it's still freezing rain. You know what? Let's go north. Let's go home. And she's like, okay, let's go home. On the way up, right? We go, and this is just on Wednesday, like at 6. Remember, Alan and Joso, I texted you guys. I was texting you while I was on the road when I was telling you when this was happening. And we go, right? We go north. We make it to the same
Wow,
exit.
I feel offended now. I don't get texted too. Thank you.
Would you
Thank
answer? Would you have answered?
You're very welcome.
Of course.
No, she wouldn't. I still have sent her a text and she hasn't responded to me since.
You have never sent me a
I will
message.
start
I
sending
have.
texts to everyone,
Never.
man. Don't
On
worry.
Facebook Messenger.
Alan is the only one that. Alan is the only one that answered, by the way.
I do try to like text back as quickly as possible.
Yeah,
Just
no,
know
this
that.
was like 7:30 in the morning. I say, quote, good morning, frozen roads, both the Merritt and the I-95. Roads are washed out and washed. The roads have been washed with salt, but and all those things, but it's useless. Didn't make it past 2 exits. Stay safe out there. I'm like, what?
Yeah, my friend got into 2 car accidents.
That's horrible.
On that
And she
one
was-
day.
Yeah, in that one day, like her first accident was like with a taxi or something like that. Wasn't too bad. And then this, like, I think that one was like the worst, I guess you can say. And then the second one was as she was trying to go park her car. She was going, I guess, down a hill. And
On Wednesday.
Yeah. And then she
Bad
texted me. She
idea.
was like, listen, if you're not outside, do not go outside. And I was like, yeah, I'm at my mom's house. Don't worry. I'm okay, though. But luckily it wasn't, we didn't have it too bad here. But I think, I know the hutch was horrible off of exit 7, 6, 7, something like that. I know it was really
8, 9,
bad.
10.
There was a pileup of cars there. It was really bad.
Let me tell you this. My dad made it off.
So they shut down. They shut
you-
down the hutch.
They shut out the Merritt too.
Before you could continue the story, I remember this because I saw a Bambi slip.
Bambi.
Yep.
The deer?
Yeah.
Well, you know, Bambis get run over on the merit on the daily, right?
Yeah, but how often do you see a Bambi slip and fall?
Oh, you witnessed it.
I witnessed it.
A deer?
dang.
Okay, yeah, no, it's slippery.
You're
I was
very
walking
random.
down. I think it went on my driveway, and there was like ice. We didn't salt it yet, and it
we
walked
took
like
a
up and
tumble.
like scurried off.
It wanted to sue, but it didn't speak the language.
Nope.
But yeah,
Ooh, a Bambi.
my dad like got off the merit 2 hours later. I'm like, okay, at least he didn't stay there overnight like in Tennessee. You know, my heart goes out to
You
everyone.
threw the Bambi.
But
That
yeah,
actually reminds me
What?
though. Like I saw a report.
Why didn't you?
that-
Did you record it?
No, I was looking at it.
he recorded it with his brain.
No, but
Yeah.
but guys, real quick question. I mean, story about article. I
story.
was-
Wait, what happened in Tennessee?
Yeah, side story. It was an article I was reading about Uber. Actually, I believe it was a person in Virginia that was driving on the 95, and
About what?
it was the same snow or ice storm, I guess, or the icy roads. He was stuck in the Uber for God knows how long, and they charged him $600 for that Uber ride while he was stuck on the actual highway on the 95. And he obviously complained about that, right? So he filed a report of like, why are you guys gonna charge me if you know that the ice storm was out of my control? So he appealed against it, and he was reimbursed $600 from Uber. So I mean, it's one of those
Happy
happy
story.
endings, but at the same time, it's like that's nerve wracking. And not only do you get stuck in this ice storm, but you also get charged $600, like, and it's not even your fault.
But
You're
real
at no
talk,
fault.
a real question here. Isn't there like a warning? Like warning, charges may go up if you know with inclement weather and you know odd hours.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah,
exactly.
but I don't think it would go up to like $600. I think that's really ridiculous.
Yeah, it is.
What's the
I mean,
marker though?
like your car, look, like literally, the
Riola.
car got stuck on this road. No one was going anywhere because they didn't want to hit other cars. So you're getting charged standing still. Like even if it were something along the lines of like you're driving from point A to point B, and it's like a very long distance, type of drive, I would probably understand if it's like from one state to another, maybe they'll charge you maybe upwards to $100, maybe because it's early in the morning, what have you. But to get charged $600 while you're standing still, I mean, that to me is crazy. I mean, the weather's out of your control. You can't do anything about it. So this is why, again, he appealed to Uber, and Uber reimbursed that person $600. That makes sense to me, because that was not his fault,
Let me tell you this though. I don't know if this is a morbid story. Once my dad got off that highway, freaking 12 car destruction right there in front of him on the exit that he was gonna get out. And he said, dang it. Like people were still flooring it going down south, like up to like 40, 50 miles an hour. Everyone that was flooring it got taken out by the ice. My dad, like rough estimates, because there were like 20 cars on the side and like 12 just like piled up, like torn to pieces.
I think the better thing to say is maybe you should stop taking these highways.
Was it only me, or did you?
Did I
Anyway,
what?
did you what?
Wait, what?
I just hear some moaning on the background, like oof, someone
Good
getting
Lord.
punched.
Oh yeah, I think at this point maybe you should take another highway.
The only two highways.
No, there's
and
always
the
more
side roads.
options.
I don't know about you guys, but do you find it concerning that none of these interstates were actually properly,
Salted?
No,
salted?
they were. They were where they were.
Waves
It's
keep
just that the rain
disappearing.
washed it out. Specifically going to New York, you can tell when roads are properly brined. Connecticut, it's just like the terrain. There's so much more hill, in the sense that it's specifically the Merritt. The Merritt is so many ups and downs that you got low points where river run by, and then there's high points where everything goes downhill more or less. There's gravity. The I-95 is just more or less flat by there, just to get from where I am at to New York, it's a straightaway. But drivers are what's the
Yeah,
X
they're the
factor?
leading cause. They're the leading cause of accidents because they drive like maniacs, and that doesn't matter what state you're from. No, I
True.
get that. There's people that are imprudent, right? But what I'm saying is that even if the rain washed out some of the brine or the solution that they spray on the highways or on the roads, but that's something. There's something to be said, right, about the effectiveness, perhaps, of the actual solution, or even the amount of times they actually go and treat the actual floors. Because, I mean, yeah, there's going to be accidents there, without a doubt, but there should be some sort of level of, how can you put it? Yeah, precaution that either the state at a state level, or even a town or city level or village level, I'm pretty sure they have the means and the funding to actually go and do a second treatment. Even if it's like,
They would do like on the hour, but again, let me remind you, there's like every 100 miles. No, my dad was saying like every 300 miles, specifically for the highways. They have a squad of people running the highway like with brine, but this one was like they didn't even have. I don't know how true this is. They didn't have the manpower. They were down 20% with contractors and with city workers. They were just down to 20% of the actual capable workers.
and
Like,
that's where I'm leading to. That's the type of inefficiency or the lack of manpower is one of those situations that kind of that's a telltale sign that there's
The
a
machine was
problem.
there, but not the person.
Right. So on top of not having, because they do have the actual means, the trucks and the equipment to do it, it's just a simple matter of fact of, there's not enough personnel to man these machines to actually go and do the actual job. And we can go down the rabbit hole of like how that this is, I guess you can say, the result of, the lack of manpower, or maybe people not wanting to go back to work.
A perfect storm, unfortunately.
Right, it's a city, like down from the city job to, sanitation department or whatever the case is, right? We're seeing that this is a result of what's going on. And if memory serves me, I remember listening to the radio station where they were talking about how they had a few questions to, I forget who, either the Westchester representative, I think Vladimir, I'm not, or for New York State, I'm not sure, but they were asking him like, well, what's going on? Why hasn't the Department of Sanitation or whoever is in charge of brining and treating the floors or the streets, I mean, doing or out there doing their job, or what's going on? Why are there so many accidents due to icy or treacherous, what's it called, streets?
Inclement weather.
Right, inclement weather, right? So I'm guessing to a certain point, it has something to do with maybe the lack of personnel that aren't doing their job or aren't doing the job frequently enough to avoid the problem. But at the same time, obviously, you, like any human being, right? They wake up, God forbid, half an hour later than they were supposed to, and now they have to make the great race, right, from their household down to wherever they have to work. And if it's like they have to take the highway or the interstate or some sort of parkway to get there quicker, they're gonna, by all means, they're gonna go do that and floor it and try to get there, make a
rain or snow,
right, make an hour ride turn into a 25-minute to 30-minute ride, right? So they're gonna probably zoom it down the highway to try to make it, and unfortunately the weather wasn't on their side, and the result is right there. You see a crazy amount of not only automobile accidents, but like 2-3 car pileups.
No, 20 car pileups.
Oh, absolutely. Like standstills for like a mile or so.
Yes.
Standstills, right? And then you can also see how a lot of the personnel, or even I guess you can say the ambulances and like whatever other help they could get, emergency side road assistance, like we're having difficulties and trouble just trying to get to the people that they were trying to help, because everyone, was at a standstill, and were probably in a situation where they couldn't really move their vehicle to try to help other people because they were on ice. They were literally having their cars on ice, and that is crazy. That is some crazy weather that we had.
And that was just Wednesday.
Oh yeah. And then yesterday we had the nice little storm.
And then yesterday coming down. Yesterday was a little bit less dangerous. And my dad being.
Imagine snow is less dangerous than the actual ice,
rain,
right?
Frozen rain.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
That black
that's a
ice.
given. It's a given, though, right?
Yeah, an example, my dad was being a little bit, morbid. He was saying, all the runners that, wanted you rush to get to work got taken out by the ice. The people that are left are the ones that rush, but still have heavy duty trucks or SUVs that have all-wheel drive. And mind you, we were going on the merit again.
But I think that's the false sense of security that people have. They think that because they have an all-wheel drive or a four-wheel drive car,
heavy truck,
right? They have that false sense of security, and then they think that they're the king of the road. They're gonna zoom it down the street or down the interstate, and nothing's gonna happen.
That they
Right.
are unbeatable.
Right, and they think they're untouchable, unscatable, right? Because they have all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive, and that's just not the case. And then you end up having accidents that are unfortunate and unnecessary because they could have avoided that. But again, humans will be humans, right? And they want to get from wherever they have to go, right?
You guys
and
keep
they want to
like disappearing on me.
Is it like bad? Like really, really bad?
Oh, I'm still here. I'm still here.
So am I.
Yeah, so am I. Elaine?
Yeah.
Elaine, like, it's a nice little quiet under a blanket.
She's like Lilo and Stitch over here.
Under a blanket or something.
She's like embarrassed for Monte.
She's like, why, sis? Why?
I can't even hear you. Like, you guys go in and out. Like, all of a sudden, you guys disappear on me.
Did you clean your ears?
Is it lag or is it like static or what could it be?
I don't know.
Marco?
Like, you guys start talking, and then all of a sudden, it just goes quiet. And then you guys come back in.
Just be like, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's the metaverse. That's what's going on. They're slowly merging.
Sorry about it. Sorry.
Marcos, what's your latency?
On whom?
Monte.
That ping. Yo, check the ping, bruh.
Round
Nice.
trip 70 milliseconds, 80 milliseconds.
Not too bad.
169.
Oh, no. Oh, no, he got the magic number.
73.
Okay.
It's 42069. That's what it is.
It's stable.
Maybe it's our headphones.
No, we don't hear ourselves. There's no feedback.
Let me try something.
No, don't. I'm just kidding. Oh. But yeah, and then on Friday, like I said, a bigger truck freaking stamps again against an 18-wheeler by Westchester Avenue. I'm like, gosh darn it. An 18-wheeler and a friggin' heavy-duty
Wait,
truck.
what was the article about?
That's crazy.
Like, they just stamp against each other. A big truck versus a big 18-wheeler. Who will win? No one.
No one. That's absolutely right. No one wins that scenario.
But that's just like, I don't know. Like you said, like that's the false sense of security. And that's just number one. That's just, Wednesday and Friday for me.
Right.
Now, Thursday.
Were you able to make it to your job, Marcos, or
Yeah,
did you have to?
I got there like 2 hours late on both. No, I made it 30 minutes late on Friday, and then I made it 2 hours late on Wednesday.
Yeah, you made great time though. I mean, for what it's worth.
I mean, I made it full stop.
No, yeah, absolutely. That above all else, your safety is more important than you getting to your job. That's a
Exactly.
fact. And what I'm trying to get to is that
Yeah, it's good.
I'm back.
Guess who's back?
yay, Mons is back.
Can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, we good.
Is that better?
No, it's never been
Maybe.
bad for us.
Oh.
Just
I don't
remember
know why.
your input to be your Samsung QTU in the headphone part.
It should be. Let me see.
She's like, maybe.
Yeah, it should. Samsung Q2.
Yay.
Yeah.
So, Marcos.
Now, for number 2,
which is
Yes.
That's yours, that's right.
I know, but you gotta introduce him.
Oh.
He's
From
like, "Oh."
GPS from GPS on your phone, let's go to Blackberries.
The wakaberries.
It's like from GPS to BTS.
So it
what do you
says
have
here
for us, Mr.
that-
J?
Nice.
Classic BlackBerry phones will stop working January 4th, which is past today.
This week.
So it basically says that they will no longer run support for its classic devices running BlackBerry 10, 7.1 OS and earlier. So that means that any Android software, any BlackBerry phone using this Android software will no longer be able to use data, send text messages, access the internet, or make calls, even to 911.
Make cookies, he said.
911.
Yes.
What is your emergency?
He's like, oh, you have BlackBerry? No good.
No.
So yeah,
I used to have Blackberry, the BBMs.
Strawberries and grape. Blueberry.
All the berries.
make a good
All the
smoothie.
berries.
Or the berries.
All
The
the
wild
Ichigos.
So yeah, so it said that no more BlackBerry use. They're gone. They're basically door stoppers now,
Or paper holders.
Paperweights.
or
There you
paperweights.
go.
Yes.
It's almost as
Nah,
sad as the news that they're removing the truffle burger from Shake Shack. Almost,
Almost.
but not quite.
But they did. Did they?
Don't repeat that, man. It's too sad.
Wait, what is that burger?
That maniacal laughter.
Oh, from
Marcia.
Shake Shack.
Yes.
It's a burger, right?
Okay.
You know, you take your ground meat, you season
a
it
real
up,
good
you
burger
form
at
it
that.
to
Oh my
patty.
god, guess what, guys? I got an indoor grill.
Ooh.
Oh, so she
That
wants
was
a
my
burger
Christmas
apartment.
gift from my job.
A smokeless indoor grill or a George
Yeah.
Foreman? Or is it like one of those air fryers?
No, it's like an indoor grill.
Oh.
So we're burning up the apartment already. Sheesh.
Oh no.
So I'm making burgers in my house.
Lane, have you
yo.
tested this out? Have you tried these burgers?
Not yet.
Would you trust her
Wait,
making
like
burgers?
sounds mad sad. Like what happened?
It's
Wait,
10:30.
Do you trust
Do you
her
know where
making
your
burgers?
children are?
Yes.
That's just prime burger making hours.
Yeah, you want a late night snack? Of course, it's one of the best
Damn.
out.
Your snack is a burger though.
That's a big snack.
That's America right there.
Leave it to
I'm
Americans.
pretty full. I
make
had a
that,
good
right?
I had a good dinner. I had my
So
A
picture
roast
this, right?
pollo.
Picture this, right? So about
No,
the Shake
actually I
Shack
had
burger.
salmon, honey grilled, honey garlic,
That's salmon?
honey
Nice.
garlic salmon.
Wait,
With-
did you wild caught or farm raised?
Oh, Mo.
Hand grabbed.
She don't know. It was on
Oh
sale.
no, I
she
got
says.
it. I got it from the store.
Yeah, hand grabbed.
Grabbed.
I was like, I like this one.
There you go.
She fed her person dog chew. So
What?
because she only bought one salmon.
Sometimes
And
I
just one
question.
slice.
No, I
One
actually
slice.
bought
Four.
4 pieces,
You gotta go even.
Right.
They were fillet, right?
Yeah,
and
Fillets.
I got we ate
feet.
salmon like 2 days ago, and then today for dinner,
Close to
I was
death.
gonna make some smoked
Burgers.
chuletas with pineapple
Ooh.
and like caramelized onions.
Oh my.
But I wasn't able to get to the place where they sell the meat, and so I had the
Should have went to Arby's.
other 2 pieces of salmon, and I was like, you know what? Let me just make the salmon.
And what did
That
you
sounds
caramelize the onions
dang.
still in all
Delicious, delicious. No, I did. So I made the honey salmon, and
Wait, so did you marinate or did you just pour the sauce on it at the end?
No, so I marinated it. Like I left it sitting in the mix for like maybe like a good minute. And then and I like made some rice and I made some salad with
Do
avocado
brown
in
rice,
it.
wild rice,
So good. White rice.
with quinoa.
Quinoa.
No, I actually need to get
Spanish
to the
rice.
store and buy quinoa, but I haven't bought quinoa. Oh my god, because I tried the teriyaki chicken with the quinoa rice and broccoli. Oh my god.
Yo, have you guys tried the cauliflower rice?
Delicious.
Yes.
Oh,
Sounds-
yes.
Yes, I have.
Got-
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Why is that disgusting?
Really?
No,
Really?
I thought it was pretty good.
That's what
Y'all
Jose
got
was
some-
saying.
I think it
Wow,
depends on who makes it and how they make it.
But that's for anything though. It's really hard
That's
to
like
mess
when we
up
went to the
certain things
Alamo.
with
They're like, we don't got wings, we got the cauliflower bites.
Oh.
I was like, what is this?
Oh no, they were trying to push off.
The wings.
Oh my god, guys, let's go to a karaoke thing.
Oh
Do I?
no.
Oh, what?
Oh no.
Let's go to a karaoke thing.
I like to keep my hearing.
We're gonna bust out the soju and then start doing the karaoke. What happened?
Yes.
Oh lord.
Elaine's like over here,
He's
like,
just like, no, please. Elaine's been
look-
tortured enough.
The lady's like,
Oh,
oh no, not again.
please. Elaine's
Not
like,
again.
yes, yes. Her little soul is screaming, yes.
It's singing on the inside.
what's the name of this
I've seen the
anime?
K-dramas already. I know what happens.
What's the name of this anime?
Yeah.
Something to me can't communicate.
Call me
Chan?
communicate?
Yeah.
Oh,
Elaine is
I love
Comey.
it.
Elaine is Comey looking down as we're talking
Wait,
about
so
this.
are you calling Elaine mute and deaf? I mean mute
Wow.
and
Uncontrollably?
No,
Ooh.
Elaine knows the backstory. She's just looking down like, oh no.
Oh no.
Honestly, I love that show. I haven't finished it, but it's been like I haven't
Oh,
caught
I
up.
did.
I would like to retract my statement. She's not mute and deaf. I'm sorry.
No, she
Only
knew,
sometime.
but
Only selectively.
No.
Oh, good lord. All right, so cauliflower rice and
And everything nice.
disgusting. Like I said, that's like when they said, "Oh, we don't got wings, we got cauliflower bites." I'm like, get out of
Yeah,
here.
buffalo sauce
It's
on it.
not the no. Obviously, you cannot compare it to wings.
No, but as
They
a rice substitute, I'll give it to the cauliflower. It does a pretty good job.
Versus
They
quinoa.
do. They use it for keto, I believe.
Nah, I saw my friend got diarrhea from that. I'm
For
good.
the keto diet. For the keto diet, that's what they use. They use the keto.
I'd rather not go to the bathroom and go Super Saiyan. I'm good.
Listen, they have that. They have it at Costco's.
Why do you say it like that?
You can make it
just-
at the crib. Like
can
don't
make it
really
at
have to
home.
buy- Yeah.
With the
No, I
cheese
know, but
grinder,
like
right?
they have a
Yeah,
they have like that bag. They have the bag,
listen,
you know.
listen. If you just
you
grab
want it
like
just
some
simple,
cauliflower-
like pop it in the microwave. and
Listen,
done.
I just want to simplify
want to eat-
everything.
Listen. If you want,
Listen,
instead of
Linda,
just-
Linda,
instead
Linda,
of just
listen.
getting
Linda.
rice, you just get some cauliflower, you steam it, salt it a little bit, and you're good. Like that's it.
Oh my god, I like to put it in the oven with a little bit of olive oil and a little bit of salt.
No,
All right, do that.
nice
Just
and crunchy.
Don't like mince it up and like make it say it's rice.
It's called like cauliflower.
Yeah,
Deliciousness.
It's like calling a sushi donut. Like trying to mix up two
Oh, no.
things.
I like how we went from blackberry to cauliflower rice.
no.
To sushi donuts.
Well, when was the last time you saw a Blackberry?
Back in like
God, it's been a long time.
You see, when the iPhone came out and
well,
roasted
I
them,
had
they went
one.
straight downhill.
I had a blackberry. I remember back in the day. It was in high school.
Did you like it?
I did. I loved my blackberry.
What do you have now?
I have a trashy phone right now. Don't
That's
even
what I
remind
have.
me. I do not.
Well,
Let's
is
not
it a
talk about it.
Blackberry?
That's
Is it
Let's
a
not talk
Blackberry?
about it. Moving on.
Was it a
Moving on.
Blackberry?
Let's not talk about it. Let's move on. No, I have an Android, an LG,
Oh, that's the
something.
problem.
I don't
You
hear
have,
Blackberry, so
out of date
LG Stylo, whatever. And I mean,
Oh, wow.
it's
stylus.
you know,
No,
it's
with the stylus in it.
is it stylish? Yeah.
it's
Why don't you upgrade to a Samsung or something like that?
No, I want the iPhone. I want the new iPhone, but I'm holding off. I'm holding off right now.
The 13, the Pro Max.
Yes. Yes.
At this point, just wait for the next one.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh yeah, I heard like the iPhone 14 was coming out. I was like, what?
Oh, never mind. I'll wait for the 14.
You hear it here
At that
live.
point,
Wait
wait
for
for
the
the 15.
You got it
No.
here. You got it here
14
first.
is my number. 14 is my number.
But we don't know if it's gonna be called 14. It might be called 13S.
Well, they better call it 14.
13S.
13 Pro X.
13 is spicy.
Well, did you guys see the actual renders of like the concept phone?
No.
Like the bezel-less with the little what's it
Guys,
called?
I need
Full
clothes.
camera?
What?
What?
You need,
What?
you need to eat. Monse gotta eat over
I
here.
said I
No,
need
she made
clothes.
salmon, remember?
It's gonna last
She's-
her for
she's
like
I know.
3 months or something.
Now what? I
She said
devoured
you
it
got
already.
3
It's like
pieces.
gone.
What are you guys on about?
I got
This
2
guy's-
pieces. 2.
He's
Oh, there
saying
you
that
go.
she's saying that she's homeless.
No, I'm saying that
No,
she's on
I
the.
said I need new clothes, all right? This is what I need. I need a new clothes, new wardrobe, new
Didn't
year,
you take
new
advantage
me.
of all the I guess after
Black
season
Friday
sales
sales?
at the end of like Christmas and New
Are
Year?
you
was
kidding? That's
working.
that's a lie.
I saw a lot of really good prices and sales.
Buy
going on.
one, get one free.
But then
That's a
again, I don't
lie.
know about women's
They
clothes.
lie to you.
I did see a lot
Buy
of
one, get one full
guys'
price.
clothes.
A good shopper knows that those are not actual deals.
I don't know what type of shopper you are. All I know is that I saw pretty good deals.
There's some apps nowadays.
see, look, listen. Black Friday, what they do on Black Friday is they raise up the prices.
But I'm not talking about Black Friday. I'm talking about the after at the end of season sale.
Oh,
after,
the Christmas, like the Christmas to
after
buy Christmas stuff.
No, after Christmas and after New Year's, there are pretty good sales going on that usually happen. With that's why it's called the end of the season, because they're transitioning from one season to another. So I think all major retail stores that sell clothes usually do their full they do the full like the wardrobe change, so they'll change up all the
Oh
clothes
yeah,
on the
some of
mannequin,
them
stuff
are
like
really
that.
good. Some of them are good. Some of them
Oh,
are.
yo,
eh.
you want to hear something crazy though?
What?
How are you always?
Marcos.
Don't remind me.
He's like, don't remind me. No, you know how your mom and my mom work at Marshall's now?
Okay.
So they're my mom's been saying how like if they so every now I think every week or so they get like a truck for to put in the new stuff, and what my mom says is sometimes what they do is some people like to maybe separate some stuff they want and then just take it and buy it before anyone gets a chance. So basically
Of course.
every time that they see something they want that comes in brand new, they were just like, oh yeah, I'm taking that, and they
But
will
they
like of
say
course
they
get their
save it.
employee discount.
Yeah.
Girl
Oh,
bossing.
really?
They're girl
Yeah.
bossing. That's so smart.
But
There you
that's
go.
because they're putting in the grind of unloading it and putting it on the sales floor. They get, basically the first hot off the truck deals.
They get dibs on it, basically.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
No, it's-
Elaine, get a
it's
job
not
in
deep.
Marshall.
Get a job.
Well, it's not a deal because they get a discount for being an employee there, and like you said, they're the first ones to know because they get there unload the truck.
literally
Exactly.
unloading
This
the
is why
trucks.
my sister needs to work there.
I mean, you could also ask her to work for Louis Vuitton.
You can ask nicely.
Or maybe
I mean, if you want to,
Gucci or
all
Prada,
right,
maybe.
I'm down. I'm down for anything like that.
Elaine
We need some good deals, Elaine.
Elaine again writing stuff on her notebook like Comey. When this is an audio
I
podcast.
thought you were gonna say like Death Note.
Oh no,
Yo,
that's crazy, bro.
I want to be PG-13 over here.
I'm pretty sure
So
that's
we went
PG-13.
That's
Call
not
me to
even.
Death Note.
It's not R. I don't think you see people
Yeah,
like
that's not even rated R as far as I know.
they died natural causes.
It's like R for relentless.
Guys, I want some red bottoms.
No, I want.
Okay, now you're asking for too much.
You,
Just
no,
paint
definitely.
them.
You said you
just
wanted red
paint
bottom.
them.
Oh no,
Spray paint.
I'm gonna grab some random shoes and just spray
Just
paint
grab
them.
a bucket of red paint, dip
And
like
dip
a little,
it.
Got
dip it a little bit.
How
And you're good.
beautiful are these
I'm
purses?
pretty
Nobody's
sure they
gonna
do the
ask
same
you.
thing.
Nobody's gonna be like, did you paint those?
No, they just came like this off the press.
Yeah.
and you read for a
Exactly.
reason.
No,
of course I didn't.
why?
You're
Gloss
not
it up,
obligated
you're
to
good.
answer though.
Elaine over here, just flaming Monza with everything.
And if they ask where'd you get them, just say, oh, it was a one-time deal.
It was a gift.
Listen, Sissy.
Elaine wearing the apron of paint, it was a gift.
Wait, so
That-
Monse,
I forgot,
did you
where did red
grill
bottoms
it
come
or
from?
did you saute or did you roast
Back to
I put
flame.
it on the pan over the stove, whatever
And
that's
she let it
called.
burn.
Oh, you seared
No, I
it.
didn't let it burn.
The second one, yeah.
It was very delicious that
Like
I ate
yellow
everything.
Yes, I
Like
assume the
olive oil.
second and third one were very good. First one, however, maybe not so much.
Why you always gotta be judging my cooking, man?
I'm
When
just
he
saying.
hasn't had any.
I have it.
Oh,
Even
I
my
have,
sister
though.
liked it, right, Lenny? You
Oh, yeah.
you ate it all.
it was delightful.
Yes, with the gun on her forehead, just be like, you liked
Wait,
it, right?
what?
Really?
Basically.
I didn't put no gun to your head. Listen, as I was cooking it, I took it off the stove and put it on a plate. And as I put it on the plate, it would disappear.
Delicious.
And then I was
Elaine.
like, where's my piece? And it was in their
Elaine,
belly.
again, Elaine becomes Comey all over again. With crumbs on her side of her mouth.
Oh no.
Was it you, Elaine?
Good night.
Wait,
Oh,
wait.
yeah.
I don't think salmon leave crumbs.
I'm just
I
playing,
was gonna say something like that, bro. I wasn't. Oh no.
I'm pretty sure they leave nothing behind. Maybe the skin if you don't like it.
Elaine, did you
But
leave
the
anything
skin
behind?
is like the best part, no? I feel like it has the best flavor.
The
It's like
skin.
the
Or like
it's
whatever, like the
KFC
top
chicken, right?
layering,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
the
would
skin.
call it the skin.
right? I don't
Don't
know.
call it
I
scales.
take off the skin.
The breading,
No, they
like,
I
actually
take
say
out the
that
skin.
you should leave the skin on it to serve as like a protector, but I personally don't. I
No,
don't.
some people do like it. I don't.
Oh.
I definitely don't.
You eat it. So wait,
You can eat it.
Alan, you eat the skin.
Let's defer to
Meat
Alan on this one.
Alan is the chef, so that's
assume
why
you eat it.
I need to know. Like,
So this is
do
what.
you?
So people have a different way of attacking or cooking the project
called
at hand,
eating.
right?
You attack
And
the salmon.
when it comes to cooking, like if you're gonna do like a sear on fish, usually they teach you to do skin side down. So you
First?
sear it in order for it not to like warp or like deform when it cooks. It retains the shape a lot better when you do skin side down. Now some people will take off the skin and sear it, or they'll leave the skin on and score it and then sear it.
From A to B or A to D or A to C.
It really depends on how you want or what type of effect you want on your fish. Because if it's a thicker fillet, you might want to do it a certain way, like taking off the skin and searing it inside down, or scoring the actual skin and then searing it skin side down as well. If you do it flesh side down, then you're asking for trouble, because what's going to happen is that your fish is going to like just fall apart. So that's why they say skin side down. And yeah, a lot of people would have you believe it's because it protects it, and to a certain degree, yeah, it does protect it from the actual breaking apart in the pan. But other people sear it and then throw the whole pan. Obviously, if your pan is heat proof, after they sear it, then put whatever, like the garlic, the shallots, the butter, or however, or olive oil, however you're gonna season it, salt, pepper, lemon wedges, or whatever the case is, and throw it inside the actual oven to finish off the cooking. You don't want to cook it too long, or else it overcooks and you have rubbery fish. But if you have like I don't know, like salmon steaks or stuff like that, maybe you want to sear it on both sides, or maybe just one side and do the same procedure in the oven. Or you just want to stick the whole thing in the oven, or maybe you want to do a sachet, right? And you put it in aluminum foils with all the aromatics and butter and lemon, and just throw it in the oven and have it like little pockets, and it steams up and it cooks really nice. Maybe you want to do grilling it, right? You might want to grill it, so you marinate it, grill it on the grill, and then don't overcook it, and then have your sides, whether that be some sort of potato, like finger length potatoes, or do you want some sort of smashed potato. Maybe you want the cauliflower rice or the rice and quinoa on the side. Maybe you want something like steamed vegetables or sautéed vegetables or even roasted vegetables to go on the side. It really depends on what you want to do. Me personally, I like searing fillet of fishes, right? Salmon, personally, I like to either sear it or even pop it in the oven and roast it a little bit just to give it that nice consistency of heat all around. But obviously, you want to season it, salt, pepper, butter, or olive oil, or even a mix of both of them.
But what
and
do you
always
choose?
lemon. Yeah, always lemon. For me, at least.
Do you
and
eat
then
the
that's-
skin?
The skin, I don't mind. If the skin's there, I'll eat it. If not, I'm not a very picky eater. Like if they take the skin off of fish beforehand, like again, if I'm the one cooking, it really depends on the mood or what I'm trying to cook or who I'm trying to cook for. If I know the person doesn't like skin, I'll take the skin off. I'll clean the fish or the fillet. But if I know that it's either for me or for someone that doesn't mind, like I'll cook it however I feel or whatever sides I have. I'll just sear it or throw it in the oven or put it in aluminum foil, put it in the oven, get off like that. And for the most part, the skin will peel off easier when it's cooked. So, I mean, it's not a real problem. So, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if I answered your guys' question, but yeah.
It says it. You basically, it depends on the mood and what are your ambiance, if you will.
Yeah, I mean, depending on how the type of cooking you're gonna do and how fast you want your food to be cooked. Yeah.
Dang, from tech all the way to food just because of a Blackberry.
Yeah, because we went on a tangent with blueberries, raspberries, and blackberry. Well, I hope I got you guys hungry, because
You did.
I got
I'm
my
starving again.
Some people like to do, go to the big markets at Costco, Sam's Club, even, to your local bodega. What about a 7-Eleven, Alan? What are your thoughts on 7-Eleven?
7-Eleven.
You should mention that, Marcos. You know what? That kind of reminds me of our third point right here on the show notes. It's titled, "He went to 7-Eleven for chocolate milk and left with $1 million."
Chalky
And
milk?
this is a actual article from CNN, and just quickly to read off a little bit of this article. It says Virginia Dad's chocolate milk run turned into $1 million windfall. So this gentleman Dennis Wilby, I hope I'm pronouncing it. I'm sorry, I'm butchering this guy's last name. Of North Chesterfield, went to a local 7-Eleven to buy chocolate milk for his kids when he decided to pick up a scratch-off lottery ticket. Virginia lottery officials said Wednesday. So on Wednesday, this gentleman went to 7-Eleven, pick up some chocolate milk for his kids, and he decided to get one of these scratch-off lottery tickets, and he scratched it off all right, and he won $1 million.
Wow.
So,
That's awesome.
yeah, so I'll read a little bit.
How come that can't happen to me?
Yeah, right? So it says that Dennis is the second player to win the top prize for this game. There's one more top prize winning ticket somewhere out there. It says the
What game
odds
is
of
this?
winning. It doesn't mention it. I will see if it does. It says the odds of winning it are 1 in 1,632,000. Lottery officials said. The lucky father was given the choice of taking the full 1 million prize in annual payments over 30 years, or in a one-time cash payment of 640,205 before tax. He chose the latter. Although it's not 1 million, it can still buy a lot of chocolate milk. So I think
Chalky milk?
Yeah, no, I think he did the right choice when well, I mean, the best choice was actually buying that ticket, right? I mean, even though the odds are heavily stacked against you, but I do believe that if you do ever win one of these lottery ticket or lotteries in general, the best course of action would be for you to, and this is not financial advice, just saying.
Don't buy the ticket if you're gonna want financial advice.
But also, exactly. But if you do happen to play and you do happen to win, you should ask for the one-time cash payment, just because you get charged all the taxes now instead of getting charged the updated
Inflation.
taxes, in the future. So it's preferable for you to get charged the taxes now than in the future, because your dollar is going to be worth more now than in the future. So yeah, that's my 2 cents, and good for this guy, Dennis. Yeah, man. I mean, again, maybe not. It was a very, very crazy stroke of luck that Dennis actually won, but hey, good for him. Good for him and his kids. Hopefully they put
Had
that
enough
to good
chalky
use.
milk. Yeah.
Waste
and
it wisely.
Yeah, absolutely. Basically, hopefully they do something positive for the family with that. What do you guys think about it though? Like, how would you go about, splitting that money, or how would you guys actually want to be paid out? Like in a lump sum, or in I guess smaller denominations, like every month or every quarter, or however
Like
they
a salary?
do it? Yeah, or would you give all the money to your kids if you had kids, or would you invest it? How would you go about it?
I it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, I'd probably buy. I don't know.
All the
I'd
red
probably
bottom.
buy something to make more money off of it.
Yes, please. Like a business.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
The red bottom business.
Red bottom.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Nah, I wouldn't buy. I don't think I would buy like shoes.
So
But
would you
everyone
buy,
needs
invest,
shoes.
or spend?
Yes, I mean everybody needs shoes, but I don't know.
Invest on the shoe market.
Stock act.
I don't know.
I don't know. I have my talking about shoes and investing. I think in 4th grade they told us, "Oh, give us a tech idea that you would want." I freaking went for sneakers. Got freaking like a freaking Iron Man sneakers. I'm like, I want these sneakers to do this, and this, and this.
I want them to fly, and I want Jarvis to talk to me while I fly.
Tuesday, please,
I
Tuesday.
need the shoes to get me from point A to point B in 2.5 seconds.
Oh, want the what's it called?
Oh Lord,
Flash? Or the Sonic?
Yeah.
Ooh.
the
But I
Sonic.
think those are my guaraches.
Oh, nice.
Your chameleon shoes that can
the
change
Crocs?
to boots, to
The
the
fuzzy
fuzzy glass, to Crocs.
Imagine, oh my god, I would not need to spend any money on any other type of shoe. If my shoes can turn into any shoe that I need at that moment,
You got the chameleon shoe. That's what's up.
that's what I'm saying. Like that would be the most perfect purchase ever.
If they turn to dress shoes, they turn to
Yes.
sneakers. They turn to chanclas.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. You feel me?
You throw them at the person you want to hit them with, and it comes back like Thor's hammer,
Ooh.
except it's Monster's chancla.
Ooh, I like the sound of that.
Well, besides shoes, is there anything else you would try to either invest, or a business you would want to buy, or would you try to put it like into like real estate or something like that, or
Probably real estate.
would you pay off debt? That's probably if you
Definitely
haven't.
debt.
Not saying that you do. I'm just saying, would you pay off all your parents' debt or your debt? Or
Yes, definitely. Give
Or would
that
you do
sense
the-
of peace.
would you do the Oprah and be like, everybody look under your chair? That's the keys to a brand new car.
I feel like she'd get tax exemptions out of this, though. She'd buy cars all and not get tax exempted for it. That was for her business.
Exactly. See, now we're talking.
Like
But I honestly, like I saw a video of how, how like the rich stay rich because of the things they do. Like it's like they do things that, maybe because they are more educated, because they are, more invested in learning about all of that, and probably something that we don't, not a lot of people really pay mind to. I think it's because and mainly because we're all in a routine of like where we go to work, we pay bills, you know, if we have a little bit of extra, we either just put into like a savings or just have it at home, you know. We don't actually have the money working for us. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So I feel like because the lack of education that we have and that the schools have not implemented, like schools don't want you to become rich. Like they don't want you to understand, you know, and because of everything they tell you and how they are basically making you into this robot to say, listen, you're gonna, like, I was listening to this like this video where it says, you know, at the age of 18 it's easier for you to get into debt because of college rather than getting a loan, or like rather than going into debt to start your own business. Like at 18 years old, you can get a loan for school faster than a loan for you to start your business.
Yeah, because you don't have a credit score, all those things.
Exactly. So, but a lot of times, sometimes like there's people that have not gone to college, have not had to go that route to become successful. So the thing that so at school, what they teach us, you know, mostly all the time is when you come out of high school, you got to go to college. If you don't have a college degree, you're not going to be anybody. You're not going to do anything. You know, that's what they implement into us. But then again, they don't teach us about, you know, we come into adulthood, you know, and you don't know what credit is. You don't know investing. They don't teach you any of that. You know, I remember I took an economics class in high school, but it was just...
It was nothing to do with economics.
Exactly. So all I remember is, okay, pick a car that you want. Okay, you picked out the car, so you're going to finance it. Like this is how much it's going to cost you if you finance it, and then this is what's going to cost if you lease it. So, but that was pretty much it. You know, they taught us, like, they sort of kind of taught us about taxes, but I didn't understand anything of what I was being taught.
What year did you learn about that, Monse? Or was that...
That was my senior year, actually.
Likewise.
Really? They taught you about taxes?
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't even...
What, was that economics classes or what class?
Yeah.
I also had economics in high school.
So,
but it wasn't good.
Really?
But you know what it is? Like the economics class, it was only half of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like half of senior year. It wasn't
was that
a whole
elective,
year.
or is that like an actual...
No, that was everybody had
class?
to take it. Yeah.
Okay.
But it wasn't anything good.
No, yeah, I can honestly tell you I didn't learn anything from that class.
Yeah, same.
I think it was more of a BS class just to, you know, get us out and
just to say that
we taught them something about economics. Like, but in reality, I didn't understand anything. I didn't pay, you know, like we had supposedly a thing of like where we sold donuts, and then I remember we had donuts in the class, but nobody paid attention to like
we ate all the donuts.
Yeah, exactly. Like it wasn't like, oh, you're gonna pay me for these donuts. Like, no, you know what I mean?
Well,
so
I think
honestly, we don't get taught to succeed coming out of high school.
That's a good point. That's a valid point, Monse, because it's weird to me. Try to wrap your mind around it, where it's like, how are we gonna learn how to be wealthy from a person that isn't wealthy? Like it kind of like, because you can say, and no shade to the actual professor who taught you economics. It makes no sense. It's like if I wanted to learn how to be I don't know, a mechanic, you know, or a doctor, I would have to go to actual, you know, proper schooling and get my proper schooling education for that, to get not only the know-how but the actual insight of how to get to that point of being a registered doctor or mechanic or what have you. So that person, to a certain degree, only learned what they need to learn from books, but never really applied what that person or how to those tools to get wealthy or start a business and become successful. And for them to try to and for them to try to teach you how to do that without actually doing it, it's kind of redundant. Doesn't make sense.
It's like saying a dude trying to teach about like a woman's like monthly period cycle, right? Like, oh, you're gonna feel pressure. You're gonna feel a pressure in your abdomen area, and a dude explaining it.
Well, I mean, I think it's very different because I think wealth pertains to both men and women, right? Where that is very singular to just a woman. But I'm talking about something that both counterparts can actually,
get a business,
strive for, right? And there is no, at least here in the United States, there isn't that limit of because you're a male or a female or what have you, that you have to, that you're going to be less successful if you're one or the other. The opportunity is there for both, or for anyone who wants to take the actual risk and opportunity to do it, because opportunity will present itself, but are you willing to risk it in order for you to actually get ahead, right? And I'm not talking about stepping over people or stepping on someone to get to the next level, no, but being savvy enough and relentless enough to actually study what you need to study or learn what you need to learn in order for you to actually take advantage of the opportunity. And even if you risk it. Yeah.
Question, an observation. Doesn't it also have to do depending on what area you live in? Like, for example, a classmate back in college was from New Jersey, and a lot of his courses that they took was a lot of mechanical. They actually had a mechanic shop repairing, like it was hard, like what is it, like blue collar work, like full on, like repairing vehicles, disassembling vehicles. Then they had another class in this in college, another guy from Dallas. He had a lot of veterinary stuff, mechanics, but he went towards veterinary, and he's like, he didn't like it. So once he got out of high school, he went to engineering and all the stuff over there in the city, New York. And in New York, you had a lot of people doing, for us, for example, where we went, all of us more or less went to high school. There wasn't a lot of like, you become a factory line worker. It wasn't like specialized. You know what I'm trying to say? Like each area of the US, depending on what it is, like in the middle states, on the south, all those things had like specialties. What was the specialty in the school that we had? Like, what is our area known for?
As far as like what, like mechanical or like what type of
like right now there's something called something that you do in school. What is that, Elaine?
Are you talking about BOCES?
BOCES?
Okay, yeah, that's a new thing recently. Like when I was in high school, that wasn't there.
No, when I was in high school, they did have them.
When I left, they didn't exist yet.
No, it did. So, it wasn't.
I mean, I feel like that one's.
I think you're confusing specialty schools with the regular schools. Because there is such thing as specialty schools, like in New York City. There's a bunch of like tech schools or mechanical schools.
Yeah, there's a bunch of apprenticeship schools that we aren't privy to because we don't ask or don't look for them. But there are a bunch of apprentice schools.
But you see, like that's what I'm saying. Like if we're not informed about that, we won't know. So lack of knowledge is pretty much the downfall to all, downfall to like the success. Because if you don't get informed, if you don't find out, like when my sister was younger, for example, I told her, you got to get your feet wet, try to think of what it is you want to do.
I guess you're sick.
And try to see what you're into, and she told me, her thing at that time was fashion school, fashion design. So I started looking up on the internet, different types of things or, activities or programs, which included fashion design. And I actually came across at one of the universities that they offered like a pre-college program for fashion designers. So if that was something that you were interested in, you had the opportunity to go to the college and start getting, like to learn more about that. And I think that helped her from what I believe, right? I'm not, you guys can ask her. She's actually on.
Elaine?
And see if, if that actually helped her. But if it wasn't that I actually went out trying to look for those things for her, like activities for her to get done and to get her feet wet in that world, then she probably wouldn't have known what it was like to be a fashion designer now,
I totally understand where you're coming from, Onse, but I think what happens a lot of the times is that because everyone is in a different situation as far as like a state of mind. That was probably the better way of looking at it, where not every person that ends up as an example, like once you get to like maybe 10th or 11th grade, maybe you start thinking about what the next step beyond high school is going to be. So for some people, they might say, yeah, I'm just going to go to college. And the reason behind that is because, well, that's what everybody does, right? And then other people will be like, well, school isn't for me. I don't want to keep going to school, right? And then they're going to be the other person that's going to be like, well, I already like where I work when I have a summer job at the golf course caddying, or I like working as a busboy at the local restaurant or something. Maybe I want to do that after I finish high school or something, because I like doing that
The fast
more
cash.
than going to school. I'm not good at school, right? So I think the state of mind that everybody has is a little different. For some people, maybe money is a big thing in their mind because maybe they didn't have much growing up, and then there's some people that did have a lot of it, and in their state of mind, there's like, yeah, how do I make more of it? Or the opposite effect, like, why do I need to go to work? My mom and dad is gonna hold me down for whatever. I don't need to work, right? So I think a lot of people are in a different situation where even if you have like positive, constructive, criticism, or someone that's pushing you along and giving you some sort of advice or some sort of knowledge, not everybody's going to take that, process it, and say, you know what, maybe I should do X, Y, and Z in order for me to, go to the next step. And I think, and it gets to a point where even outside of high school, once you get to college, there's a lot of people that still don't even know what they want to do once in college. And they want to go to the 4-year college. Like, to your point, they're out of high school at 18. They're already in enormous amounts of debt, and they still don't know what to do. And they opt for a liberal arts degree. And I mean, no shade to these people, but it's like you're literally going for a no.
No, all the shade for liberal arts majors.
Okay. Oh, so you want all the smoke. I understand. It's a degree that's not really gonna help you pay the bills, to be quite honest. It's just a fact.
So everything like goes like revolves around money.
Yes and no, because a lot of people would say you make the money to do things that you love, right? Because you don't need the money anymore. But the other way of looking at it is you want to do something that you love, and eventually, and it's a very big eventually, that thing that you actually really enjoy and like and love doing will eventually get you to a place where you're making money off of that thing that you love to do.
Your passion.
Now, right, but that's a big word that entails a lot of things.
Nindo.
There's this person I heard about. I forgot. It was an article of a Japanese gentleman that literally get paid to do nothing.
Huh?
So
Must be
his
nice.
service that he provides.
I like that. Huh?
The service that he provides is that you pay him, right? He's a gentleman, right? I don't know if he's a good-looking gentleman at all. I didn't really see a picture, but apparently this gentleman charges people so that he can be in their company, right? So in the sense of like sharing, the table together, right? You can sit across from him. You can be in a safe space. There's no judgment. There's no questioning.
Like rent a boyfriend or something?
Kind of kind of the similar situation, but you're not renting him to, do anything illicit or anything sexual or anything like that. It's just literally it's like hanging out with the person, but he's not your friend. He's just
This
a
is
person
Japan.
I think that it's in Japan, but I'm not sure if
Sounds very
he's
Japanese.
ventured outside of the country or whatever. The
That's
point
awesome.
being that
Giving me a tip.
Right. The point being is that
She's like moving to
he
Japan.
just hangs around. You can drink with him. You can
Oh, he'll
eat with
drink
that
on the
person.
job too.
You can have some sort of dialogue with the
That's
person.
an awesome job.
But he doesn't do anything. But because you're sharing his company, he's sharing time with that person. He charges money for that, and people pay it. Lonely women pay this man. Other people pay this man, and he does nothing besides to hang out. He's a hangout buddy, and he gets paid for it.
Oh, I would be perfect for that job. Thank
And
you very
again,
much.
But you wouldn't be the
Case
silent
closed.
kind of person.
But again, mind you, how old is this gentleman? This gentleman lived a solitary, doing nothing life for a very long time, and he found out a way. He somehow figured out a way to profit off of
What's the
his
name of this
nothingness.
company that he runs?
I think it's it's a one-man band type of business, bro. I don't know
mean-
the specifics. I don't know.
I would too.
Boyfriend Co.
I think it's something like that. Yeah,
Buddy Co.
Rent a man company or something like that.
Rent
You
a
can
man.
definitely
Man
look it up.
Co.
You can definitely Google homie up. I forgot dude's name, but it's very interesting that the type of business he runs, right? So, I mean, that is a 1 in a million type of opportunity, and he took advantage of it, and he figured out how
found
to
an exploit.
monetize. Yeah, and he figured out how to monetize that, right? But not everybody's gonna do that. Not everybody can do that, and it would be horrible if the whole world tried to do that because
Nobody
it
was
makes no
doing
sense.
anything.
Yeah, exactly. So to each their own, but there's certain niches that will be
I'll
filled
BRB.
by no problem. Will be filled by certain individuals, right? And again, to that point, it's like, I mean, what we would have to figure out is what we're good at, and like it's an never ending perpetual form of learning. Learn what you like
So
to
I
do,
got
or
him.
do what you like to learn, and learn what you like to do. And if you're good at
Get
it,
good.
and then try
So
to
I got the
monetize
guy.
off.
His name is Morimoto.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Damn, this guy over
He
here.
offered
searching
nothing
fast.
more than company, eating, drinking, and giving simple responses, and yet has been hired 3,000 times since then. Offers to do nothing always seems like a reason to expect payment return. He says that he's heard from hearing murder confessions to posing for photos.
Posing
What a
for
chat.
photos.
Yep.
What an absolute monster, bro.
What's the name of this company?
It's not a company, it's just him.
Morimoto Co.
It's just his
No,
boy.
it's Morimoto.
It's your boy,
That's
my
it.
guy, Morimoto.
Your boy. That should be the
Morimoto.
company.
Hey,
Your
look,
boy.
here's the tweet. I'm gonna translate it. We will start a service called People Who Do Not Rent. That might be a mistranslation. Please use it in scenes where only one person is needed, such as a store that is difficult for one person to enter, the number of people in the game, and the location of cherry blossom viewing. You will only get
Only
the
in
transportation fee and food and drink fee. Yeah, this is a very bad translation. This is very weird.
Oh man.
But this is like a Japan
Then it says,
thing.
I can't do anything other than a very simple response. That's it.
Well, there you go.
Otherwise, he will die.
Basically.
I don't know,
He's
but
gonna
I mean,
get too much adrenaline going on in his body.
I mean,
after a couple
this just
drinks.
says a lot about it, the society that he's in, though. It just
Well, more
it says
than
a
that.
lot about the society
More-
that he can
but-
find
Is
an
it like
exploit.
top notch?
We live in
But Marcos, more than that, bro, you can people can like surmise it and chalk it up to, oh, it's because he lives in Japan and that Japan has a very weird culture.
A
But
niche.
we can't.
No, they have a little culture.
We in the United States have very weird cultures too, because we all come from different places around the world. This nation is a nation of immigrants.
I'm
And
not saying it's
everybody-
bad. I'm just saying it's a niche.
No. But my point is that why is it that in another first world country, first world nation, things like this happen, and over here we have very similar things that culturally it's looked down upon, and people still monetize off of it. I remember years like back in the 80s, right? The early 80s. Graffiti was something to look down upon. Like, why are you graffitiing? Why are you dirtying up the walls?
It still is
in New York?
in some places.
But nowadays, if you have a really talented hand, you can get paid, right? People will pay you to graffiti their walls because it's an art form. Now it's considered an art form. There's demand for it.
There's a demand.
Look, and just to give you a quick example, back in the early when horse and buggy was a thing, right? When horse and buggy was the means of transportation, if you were a person that would be the chauffeur for a horse and buggy, you had employment, you had a job. But the moment that Ford started coming out with their cars, their automobiles, that job all of a sudden just poof disappeared.
What about horse maintenance on its own? That one disappeared.
That disappeared as well. It started becoming a recreation instead of becoming a necessity for transportation. And things like that are going to happen. And eventually it's going to happen to us when we'll have robots that are going to cook for us. When we have intelligent automobiles that are going to take us from point A to point B.
So you're saying like companionship is still something, the human factor that no matter what culture?
No, my point is that things will become obsolete as far as like technology is advancing. Certain jobs will become obsolete. But what we do know is that there's certain jobs that maybe won't become obsolete depending on how technology and community and society as a whole advance. So
guaranteed fishing never comes obsolete.
Well, again, I don't know. Is there enough fish in the world to?
I'm not saying the fish. I'm just saying the demand for fishing.
Oh yeah, I mean, again, food is going to be something a staple in everybody's life, right?
Yeah.
But again, what I'm getting at is that these are the things that we can assess right now. We can actually make some sort of assessment. But
you find an exploit, if you will.
Right, but more than anything else, it's like, is there a demand for the things that are in our mind, right? Do we have any certain particular set of skills that we can offer the world that they would find it valuable enough to pay us for that? This man has found something, a niche, and he's getting paid handsomely for it. Again, I'm not telling everybody go out there and do nothing and get paid for it, because that would never work.
Oh, I already booked 3
What's his
appointments.
stats? Yeah, what's his stats right now? And for 2021,
You know what? I've always thought that from here on out, everything that like culture-wise, that's new, that's upbringing, that's fresh, it won't have a lasting effect as it did back in the day. Like for example, Alan brought up the invention of the invention of the car, of the automobile. That lasted for a while. That lasted for at least
wagons were around for thousands of years, 1,000 years.
No, but I'm saying like now, maybe something like a big discovery, like similar to that, won't last as long anymore. Like for example, like meme culture, right? How often do you see a new meme? Like almost every day, right? How often do you remember those memes the next one when the next one comes out?
Prank him,
like
John.
For example, Harambe, right?
Who?
Harambe was a really big meme back in the day. Now who remembers it that much?
Nobody used it that much.
Yeah, Vine, was very big, but now it's been replaced
with TikTok.
So I feel like nowadays things that are like gonna be big, maybe they're big today, won't be big maybe even next year or even the next 3 months. So I think
the advancements can be less lasting.
No, listen here. I think that the amount of time they make an impact in history will be exponentially smaller than compared to something back in the day. Especially since with social media, especially this on the rise and it's still going up, it won't have a lasting effect as much as it did like maybe back in the day.
An example that you think that's a technological impact that's still affecting us today, what do you think it is?
A technological
one thing.
impact?
Well, but
Yes.
before we get to that, Marcos, I think again, just to try to finish up this thread a little bit is, we all end up at a certain point where we don't know, especially when we're younger, when we start, growing up and becoming not only teenagers but young adults, right? And then we become adults eventually. But there's that, that lapse of time where we don't, for some of us, not everyone, but for some of us, we're in the state of mind that we don't know what we want or what we want to do. And that's kind of a scary situation because ultimately that kind of makes you feel helpless because you're trying to figure out, well, I want to maybe do something that's going to make or produce some sort of money for me or revenue for me. And because I don't have that, I don't know what to do. Am I going to end up living in the basement of my parents' house or something like that? And
Nobody thinks about it in the basement wise to start off.
You know,
to be honest.
you can also say in those moments, while it is sad, it could be at those moments that great ideas can be born as well. Like,
absolutely,
for example,
absolutely.
Like,
I guess
big
what
tech
I'm trying to
giants
say,
even now, that's basically how they were created, in someone's
Apple.
garage.
no, of course. But look, for every Jeff Bezos and for every Elon Musk, for every what's it called? What's Apple's founder? Steve Jobs.
Tim Cook.
Well, he's the CEO.
Yeah.
For every Steve Jobs, for all these gentlemen, there's 100,000 people that didn't make it, right? And I know
Right.
that it seems like the odds are stacked against people, but what I'm trying to say is that there's no substituting a good platform or a good sturdy base, right? And what I mean by that is that if you do have the option to go to college and do study, I would say go to STEM. Go into STEM. Maybe hold off from liberal arts degrees
Hold on
and
from
go
the
to
psych majors.
go to STEM and get an education that is gonna actually provide not only it's not only gonna provide value to the actual society, to industries, but it's gonna make you money. But other than that, or on top of that, you can always go back and do the things that you feel like you have some sort of passion
Your
or affinity
passions.
for, like art and other liberal art type of things, as a side thing. I don't think going and pursuing those things, especially when you don't quite know what you want and you're gonna just opt for that because it's the easiest, isn't always the smartest thing. Because it's like that saying in Spanish, right? At that point, te sale más caro el caldo que las albóndigas, right? Because then you're in major debt and you're in a situation where now you have a degree, but that degree isn't even worth the paper it's printed on, because it's not going to be able to pay for the education, the so-called education you actually acquired, right? And you could say, well, I made so many connections and I networked a lot in college, and I'm not taking anything away from that. That's great. You get to network, you get to meet people that potentially can get your foot in the door in certain locations. But at the end of the day, if it's not going to pay you enough to actually pay off the debt that you acquired, then you kind of have to think about it. And to Monza's point, I think that's a very smart assessment, where it's like, yeah, you might need a mentor of some sorts in order for them to help you, lead you in the right direction of asking the correct questions, or better questions from the one that usually comes to mind when you're getting from high school to college. What should I do? Maybe the better question is, of the STEM fields that are out there, which one am I better suited for? If the answer is, well, maybe I'm not well suited for any of these, what are other options that I can pursue in order for me to make it on my own and not have to live as a person that's still dependent on my parents? So that might be the question that you might have to ask at some point, right? So I think those are the things that, because again, even in third world countries, there is such a thing as an apprentice type of schooling, where people don't want to go to school or can't afford to go to school. Maybe they want to go to the local mechanic shop or the local barber, right? Of some sort, right?
Or be a pastry chef.
Or something that requires a particular set of skills that you can probably learn, and you might not need a degree,
Sushi chef.
in an immediate way, but it will help you progress to a point where you can actually save up the money and go for that degree that you maybe want. But then that'll be your money, and you're not leeching off of anyone or asking the government for a handout that they're going to ask you to pay back to them with interest. So that might be something, that we should keep in mind as well. Because I think, like, if I had to choose again, guys, me personally, if I had to choose again a different career, I would look for a STEM field, some sort of STEM, maybe what Josue or maybe what Marcos did as far as schooling goes. But at the end of the day, I picked what I picked, and I feel filled with it. But at the end of the day, I know that I wasn't in debt, so I probably am not in the same situation most people are in, as far as schooling went, and private school isn't easy as far as like the monetary situation where you have to pay out of pocket. But thankfully, the money was there for that type of schooling, and I absolutely took it. But again, not everybody is in my situation, and based on the people that I know around me that have gone through that situation where money was tight, I mean, it's not something that I would want for anyone to go through, where they're hurting for money, because it's tough, especially when you see your parents struggling, trying to pay off a mortgage, constantly at work, not being there with you on special occasions. It's tough, right? But I mean, these are the things that you look at, and you try to assess the situation, try to figure out, the puzzle, right? What's the puzzle pieces that are missing to this puzzle to make it make sense, right? And again, I think if there's anything we can leave people with, it's that, right? Where people can actually go and pick a STEM field and get to the bag. Absolutely, get to the bag. And sometimes it's like, at least here in the Northeast, it's very cutthroat as far as like the industry. If you were to go to Manhattan and try to go to any type of business, it's very cutthroat. It's ruthless. I mean, people will do the most craziest thing to get on top. And if that means they have to cheat, lie, and steal to do it, don't be surprised when they actually do it to you, because they're trying to get to the next level. So, I mean, it's one of those things, especially now where everyone's really comfy doing their jobs from home, for those that have the opportunity to do it. But it's things that you need to, like, I would say you need to look into, or at least keep your eye out on it. And I think Monse brings up a very smart point when she says that she gives advice to Elaine, and I would say do it often and do it early enough in order for them to like actually have that seed planted in their mind, in order for them to actually think about it and critically think about it, so they can make better decisions, or at least a more well-rounded decision when the time comes for them to choose something. Because at the end of the day, especially in Elaine's situation, she's young. She's super young. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if she has 2 or 3 majors, or a major and a minor, and a side business or a side hustle, which would be awesome if she had those options to do. She can, because she's young enough. And that's what I think, guys. I don't know about you, what you have to say, but I'm curious to hear your points of view with this one.
Well, I'm cutting in. As far as for me, pushing my sister towards that, I think that I mainly did it, one, because I didn't have someone to tell me, this is what you want, this is what you seem to be interested in, and these are the, here, have these ways of getting your feet wet. and experiencing what it's like. I mean, thankfully, I was able to look into it and be a part of like the nursing apprentice program. And I was able to, I put myself into those and looked for that because I knew that that's the path I wanted to go down. But like you said, there's a lot of kids that as soon as they graduate from high school, some of them go to college, some of them don't, to each their own boat, right? But the ones that have gone off to college, that have started, and they don't know what they want to do. I mean, I feel like time is precious, and if you don't take advantage of the time that we have, I mean, if I were to go back to my sister's age, I think I would have done things way, way different in my personal persona. But then again, I think that some things I would change, some things I wouldn't, because I'm not all that bad after all. But but I think that I would take different routes now that I know what I know now. Had I known that back then, I think things would have turned out a little different. But because I didn't want my sister to be one of those students that didn't know where to go, what to do, is the reason why I saw myself to like push her into, saying, what is it that you like? Is this what you're interested in? Try different things. If you don't like this one, there's time to go and look for something else. So when she started the program, she was 10 years old. So she was able to get a little bit of a glimpse of what college was like. And like I said, I think she can, give her like a little insight of what she went through or what she saw, what she learned. And I think that also, in a way, can make you more social, because she's not a very talkative person like I am, as you guys can all see.
No, I don't believe that.
And if she wasn't to go into fashion design, she would become a lawyer, guys.
Well, I think that's a good look for her. Why not? we support you, Elaine, whatever you want to do. All right.
I don't think I could be a lawyer. I think I'd be too opinionated and just completely like go off from everything else.
Well, that's basically a lawyer.
That's basically a lawyer.
That's a lie. I mean, lawyer.
Well, but like I wouldn't be able to concentrate. I'd be like so like on the outside hand, like from the outside point of view. I don't know. And like if you get like a bad case where it's like the person you get is guilty, you're like, oh, you can't lie in court though.
No, yeah, I mean, we know the perjury statute, but the thing is about a lawyer is that you do the best of your ability with the rules that are laid out, which are already laid out. So the parameters are there. You just have to figure out and learn how to outwit your opponent. It's like maybe, I don't know if chess is your game, but it's like chess to a certain degree. You have to use your ability to read law and see how the law could help benefit your client. And sometimes,
right?
I think it's hard to be a lawyer though, because like she said, if you get a case where you know that this person, like say that person killed somebody and it was like on purpose.
It depends on the lawyer, because like there are people that can pretty much convince people that like, yeah, it was okay.
Can I interject with this one?
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like it goes against it would go against what you believe. You know what I mean? Like it.
But beliefs are different versus facts.
Exactly.
Okay.
And I would be personally, I know I would be too emotionally invested. So I know I wouldn't be good in that position.
I was gonna say the example of the O.J. Simpson. What's the famous quote?
If the glove don't fit, you must acquit.
Yeah, imagine freaking just on the technicality because the blood shrank the glove, it didn't fit in his hand anymore. I'm like, what the?
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Just check for fingerprints inside.
Allegedly the blood,
that'll expose
alright?
everything. Check for the stem field would say just check for fingerprints inside and you're done.
But I think that also, Elaine, I think that to a certain degree, being emotionally involved, yeah, there might be some cons to it, or a lot of cons, but there might be also positives to that.
I'm yelling.
So maybe being instead of being a lawyer, you can also be a
Judge.
no.
Be a judge.
Besides
But
the
those are
judge.
lawyers.
Case
You have
dismissed.
to be a lawyer. Yeah. you
No,
have to
but
be a
besides
lawyer.
being a judge, you can also be one of the people that work next to a lawyer. I forgot
assistant?
An assistant.
yeah, but
Yes,
there's a
why?
term.
What is it? Paralegal? No.
Yeah, paralegal. You can also work as a paralegal. You don't have to necessarily be a lawyer.
I was joking about the whole lawyer thing, by the way.
You could be a scriber.
I know. To a certain degree, I kind of knew that you were joking, but just to make the point that if there's some sort of inkling of you trying to do something, like don't knock it until you have the time to actually wrap your mind around it and think about it. Because a lot of times it's those nothing for somethings, type of ideas that you kind of dismiss, and it's like, well, it's a terrible idea. Well, you don't know until you actually try, and I think that's one of those
Walk a
things
mile on the shoes.
I think I'm gonna become a professional dancer.
Okay, let's not
I
take it
know.
too far.
No, but I mean, hey, if
I mean, I could
know
try it. I'm
there's
just
people
kidding.
that become famous that become famous and start doing well for themselves after they post a YouTube video of them dancing or singing a cover. I mean, I think our threshold of us not knowing or the unknown scares us.
Listen, there's people that are on
It's
YouTube
huge,
that
yeah.
just don't. All you hear is their voice, and they're playing video games, and then they have like a bazillion followers, and you're just like, what?
But yeah,
And these
exactly.
people are getting paid for that.
Look
Exactly.
at PewDiePie.
So what's the difference between them and us? That is what my next question is. And then trying to think about that and say, okay, why not me? If you really enjoy doing something, what do you need? You need to actually put yourself into motion and actually start off with one video.
Consistency is
And
the key.
literally,
Yes,
and just go for it. Just
Yeah.
going for it, because simply like putting it to action, like that's terrifying for some people, and it's
Putting
like
yourself
that's
out
what
there.
counts. Yeah.
At first,
What's the name of that
anything is terrifying.
online girl that sold her water, gamer girl water? What's her name?
That's
Oh,
nasty.
you mentioned this one last time.
what's her name?
Wait, who? She sold her water?
Yeah, Marcos bought like 10 packs.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
dead. Are you serious?
Yeah,
what's the
yeah,
name
that's
of it?
what
Like,
I said too. I was like, what?
What's the name of her? I forgot her name. What's her name?
I don't know.
Shamu. I don't know.
Yeah, whatever her name was. She didn't play video games. She didn't play. She was just an online personality and said, "Yo."
No, she did play video games.
she
Because it was
did?
called
It's
Gamer
like
Girl
those people that
Bathwater.
sell
Was she
their
like
underwear
I think
to
you
like
guys said she was like an
prisoners.
OnlyFans girl, right, or something like
I
that.
don't know what's
No, this was before OnlyFans.
These
Okay,
kids
okay,
are
okay.
also like very
because of
popular.
her.
Like, you know those people that sell their used underwear to like prisoners?
That's
No,
we don't
disgusting.
know
What?
that.
No. What are you?
I'm,
What?
de-
To
I'm so
prisoners?
serious. You think this is a joke? Like,
I
this
thought it
is
was like
serious.
pen pals. No, isn't that what they do in jail?
Listen,
Pen
listen.
pals?
Belle
People
Delphine.
get creative.
They have penny pals now. What's going on
Nah,
in jail?
I don't want to hear the rest
Yes.
of the story, please.
Yes, they do.
Her
No.
name is Belle Delphine, by the way.
Okay,
Get it,
that's
Delphine?
her, right? Wherever she is, selling her water.
This was
Wait, so-
pre-COVID.
So,
Oh,
Mr.
no.
Chill, you bought water from this girl?
No,
She better
Yeah,
not
you
be
bought
doing
10
some voodoo
packs.
on you.
some voodoo.
Better watch out.
Eh.
I said voodoo, not doo-doo.
Oh, same thing.
Same difference. But yeah, no, it was infamous before the whole. What are OnlyFans? Look at the whole genre of OnlyFans on its own.
Oh, that's crazy. They get
But I
money.
Yeah, but I think that's a totally different subject matter because it's like they know what they're doing.
What are
And
their
they
skill
know-
sets?
Yeah,
that's
I
not
mean,
a
they know
skill
what
set.
they're doing and
They
they're
got a lot of
profiting
skill
off of
sets.
it. That's honestly
They're
thinking
exploiting
smarter,
a
not
system.
harder.
They're
No, but that's not a
Exactly.
skill set. That's not a skill set. That's more of they're it's the
Attributes?
oldest. No, it's the oldest. It's the oldest industry in the world.
I'm gonna
It's,
start making videos of me cleaning my
Well,
house.
zero contact. This one is zero contact now.
well, again, this is the oldest industry that people know of. It's
Selling
what's
their
it called?
body.
Yeah, it's I don't want to call it sex.
No, this one doesn't.
Slave.
There's no
They're selling sex.
intercourse.
They're basically selling sex. That's what it
The
is.
concept, yeah, sexuality, if you will.
Right.
The
They're selling
fantasies
that.
of it.
So
I
it's
don't
like
think it's called sexuality. I think it's just called sex work.
Fantasy.
Sex-
No, it's
there
the
you go.
fantasy.
so.
Yeah,
Sex
No,
work is one of the
that's not
oldest.
sexuality.
Sex
That's a
work is
different
one of the
term.
oldest industries out
That's
there.
etchy.
Now,
Right.
does that make people get a high out of it? Like, do you get a high out of like
pleasure.
exposing yourself like that?
No, they're
Oh.
basically
That's the
they
fantasies.
find
It's
pleasure
about,
in
like,
making
thinking
money.
about it.
No, but
They're
I'm not
basically-
saying like
no,
I'm not talking about
they're-
like the fans. I'm talking about the person doing it. Like, is that like a personal high? Like
I think there's
all
a
these
there's
people
so.
No, I
are
think
like
they're doing it for the money.
admiring me and following me and
think
wanting
it-
to admire my beautiness.
I think
for
people
that
have
type of
different.
person, it's very.
Listen,
like,
I'm gonna make
specific.
a fans
I
only.
concur with Elaine. I think the
I'm
same
gonna make a
thing.
fans only page and I'm gonna be
Yeah.
wearing onesies.
What did you say, Elaine? What was your statement?
Ugh.
Like when Monte was saying, like if it's a high for the person who's like posting that.
I don't think
like,
I'll
I
be
think
able to
it's
appreciate
I
very
think it's more
but,
like they see money.
Yeah.
I think I heard Josue go,
It's nasty. No, but I don't
I'm
think it's
gonna
more
be
of a
wearing
high. I
onesies,
think
like the pajamas onesie.
That's
Oh,
what
you
I'm
would say
saying.
a furry.
I think it's more of like they're getting money and it's easy money.
Exactly.
Right.
So they're not
Who
getting
doesn't love
high.
easy
they're,
money?
They're getting money.
What-
So that's why they
What's
do it.
fast cash?
The thing is that fast cash doesn't last, and that's a thing that a lot of people don't seem to quite understand. And
Look
you
at
might
the
They
say,
get
Instagram
old and
ones.
wrinkly.
yeah, exactly. Your youth and your beauty is only so long, right?
Temporary.
It's
Only
not going to be there
temporary.
forever.
I forgot. Right. There's specifically before the OnlyFans
That's why
situation,
sugar mamas come along.
right? Or sugar daddies, if you will.
Yes.
Okay, let's stay away from this place.
What? Remember before OnlyFans, there was another girl online that
Marco,
she made.
I'm done. I'm talking about.
concept-
Oh,
Hold up. No, I'm
let's,
talking
let's
about business.
Let's stay away of it. Stay away from it.
She conceptualized the whole thing about a sexy blah blah blah.
Okay, let's stay away from.
She, for example, tried the sexy Pikachu, and she became famous online. And then she did the sexy
Many dojins.
Mario, and and then she became internet famous, and besides that, gained some other skills that she later transferred
Again,
to.
I think we're using
to the company.
skills too loosely as a term in this.
No, she would go to Comic-Con. She would get contracted to be like a spokesman for different characters, but then she would also go in and promote her own, I don't know, Twitter, Instagram, whatever. But this was 2007 all the way to like 2015. She did her market. At the beginning, I forgot her name, but you know the meme of sexy Pikachu? That's the actor. She's a Canadian or American. And her mom is from New Zealand. Her parents are from New Zealand. Her parents originally looked down on that skills, on that, you know, thing that she put herself
Work.
out on the internet.
Bro, you have the wiki bio in your mind, bro.
Again,
like
I
that.
don't know the name of it, but I know she then got hired by this other company to.
I think this was a dream of yours, Marcos.
What's her
At
name?
this point.
What's her name?
Bro. I didn't even know there was such a thing as a sexy Pikachu. Like that to me is wild.
But she's a cosplayer.
No, but she
originally.
didn't create the meme. I think that already came out and she just copied it.
They came.
Let's look
I
this
think.
girl up.
What's her name? I know that she's American, but then she stopped doing the whole sexy blah blah blah. She just became a content creator for her personality that she developed way later, like 10 years after. And then there was like she was like a second generation, like the equivalent of VTubers, but in IRL. Like this was like the early 2000s.
So not a VTuber.
No, not a VTuber. This is like the early 2000s. She more or less like would be female cosplayers that would go to conventions. And
So she's a cosplayer.
But female cosplayers, there's a dime a dozen out there nowadays, bro.
no, this was the early 2000s, like late 90s, early 2000s, that they would literally fake their IDs to say that they're reporters to be able to go into the specific conventions like the Microsoft pretend to be reporters, but all of a sudden they would quote unquote report and do their skill set was that they were good on web design. Like this was the that kind of squad of people. But this girl that I'm talking about, the sexy Pikachu one, that was her second skill, that she had, the physical, attributes.
To lie and get into Microsoft.
No. Is her name Jessica Negri?
Yes, Jessica Negri. There we go.
Jessica Negri.
Oh, you
I
know
remember
that?
her.
I still don't know who that is.
I don't know either.
I
it is
remember her.
Yeah, so
Sure that is
such
a
as
dream?
Riku from Final Fantasy X2, Meow from Pokemon Dark Magician Girl from Yu-Gi-Oh, Yoko from Gurren Lagann.
Thinking
Oh, I love
Gurren
that
Lagann.
song.
Hey,
Are
but yeah,
those
no,
the characters she cosplayed as?
she was famous for.
What's her name? Jessica what?
Jessica Negri.
Bless you.
Nigri.
But she was
So what was the whole moral of the story, Marcos?
No, more or less, like she more or less exploited
More or
her
less means that
attributes.
he just
But
wanted to
eventually
buy
she
more
got older,
dojos.
right? So she had enough networking that she was able to jump into another area and still try to continue to make money. That's what I'm trying to say. But this was a shot in the dark, and like in hindsight, she even admitted it. Like her parents did not support her. They're like, no, we do not support this. But until the money started coming in, they're like, oh.
They're like, oh, maybe she did something there.
She jumped from what to what, Marcos? I don't understand.
She instead of just being content like pictures and all those things, pose for pictures being cons, she did for content creation for Rooster Teeth. She became a director and all those things for that kind of series. Like there's a series within Rooster Teeth called $1 Million, but you got to do blah blah blah. Like and she would be a recurring guest star, and then she became a recurring director, and so on and so forth. But because they all met, that squad of people met in the conventions, they were the kind of group of people that would either cosplay or participate in security or do stuff things in conventions all around the US.
But again, I think that falls under the pretense of like,
But it's
like fast money isn't gonna last forever.
Again, that's what I'm saying. It's super, super lucky shot. That's what I'm saying. It's not forever, but it worked for just her. And it won't work for everyone. It's just her example.
No, even for her, it doesn't, like, she became I guess a permanent director for Rooster Teeth, as far as what you're telling me. But I don't know if that's something that she was extended that opportunity, or she was after the opportunity from the get-go, or whatever the case was. It's like, just because you get an opportunity offered to you and you take it doesn't mean you're going to be good at it.
Again, I don't know what it is of being good or not, And that's totally,
No. I totally understand where you're coming from. You're just stating the facts that are there. But again, I think the point that we were trying to make is that, again, I think we're using skill set a little too loosely when we're talking about making transitions from being a cosplayer. Now, mind you, if you're into cosplay and you're actually constructing your own cosplays, now if you were to say I'm going from that to an actual fashion designer, that to me makes a lot more sense, because to a certain extent that's a little more linear. But if you're going to do cosplay and basically in whether it be a male or a female, if you're gonna pose in your cosplays to show your body, because a lot of the cosplays, whether they be for male or female, you got to show the goods, right, to a certain extent, right? Your body's on.
It's for a reason called the goods, ironically,
right?
Or unironically.
To make a transition from that to being now out of the limelight and like behind closed doors, or not closed doors, but like now you're behind the camera. I don't know, like, to me it's like, okay, yeah, if you were to tell me you're a director now, like in my mind it's like, okay, what other prior directing works have you done? Like,
okay, so just a quick short bio, right? It says Jessica Negri is an American New Zealand cosplayer, a promotional and glamour model, YouTube content creator, YouTuber, voice actor, and fan conventions interview correspondent. So correspondent, so more or less a reporter, but a super niche.
Wait, but I think we've gone into too far of a tangent because I think we just came from chocolate milk.
That's facts.
We came from milk, left for some
instead of continuing this,
come on back.
Let's just go straight to anime.
Voice
And
actors.
I do enjoy that. Josue, thank you.
So I want to announce the section of Animu.
Okay. Well, the thing is that we left off with Monse explaining what she would do with $1 million. I don't know what you guys, or a couple of $1 million.
No, she did explain. She did.
No, but you guys, none of you told me what you would do. If you would take the lump sum or you would get the individual payments or whatever the case was.
Just for inflation consideration, I'd take the lump sum.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I was curious to know what Josue and Elaine and you, Marcos, would do. But I mean, if you guys want to cut it off there and go jump into anime, I'm cool with that. Just
All
because
for anime, say I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the anime segment.
Let's do this. I'm yelling too much.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Marcos here. I just want to announce that I will hold off for the winter season on anime and go into other entertainment ventures.
That means he's gonna start watching next week.
Yes.
Basically. I got nothing new to report. I just finished Arifureta for the third time.
As you should, buddy. Very good. Very good.
And that's
According
all.
to the dog, that was good.
Even Coco believed that was good.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
Any new information or news about animes or mangas that you guys are potentially gonna watch?
They released a teaser for Bleach.
Oh, you saw that one too, bro? Oh,
Yeah, it was amazing.
it was
I was
Anime.
Which one?
Bleach.
like, Bleach.
Taite Kubo's best
No,
work.
haven't seen it.
Oh, what?
Elaine, my gosh.
Elaine's like, dang, she's uncultured.
She had a drink and did a spit take right now.
Even the dog is like, what was it? What?
How dare you?
Listen, I barely
Wait,
have time
have
to
any-
breathe.
Monse, did you or Elaine finish up the list we gave you last time? Like the first time we interviewed?
I think I finished it.
I
but
got
I'm
like
not sure.
halfway.
So
Halfway
that's a
there.
negative, right?
Whoa,
I don't even remember what we
living
gave
on
him.
a prayer.
You know what it is? I think
Like
I think
have a
it
life and I
was
work.
well.
Well, half of that's true.
And you got a man.
And I got a man's to take care of. Oh. He's like a child, you know?
That's horrible. Why would you say that?
Don't flame him like that.
He's like my child over here.
My child.
No, Coco's like your child.
Listen,
go.
they're both like children. They fight like children.
They scrap like
It's
children.
like after a hard day at work, I'm gonna go baby my children. Nah, don't say that's messed up, yo. I bet you
Nah, he's
Javi
awesome.
like, does his thing, works, and and what does he have to show for it?
Of course he has to work. He's Santa's helper. He actually works in chimneys.
Oh, that's what's up.
Dang.
Yeah. He cleans out, installs
So he cleans them
Yeah,
pipes.
chimney sweep. Yeah, that's what's up. I bet you he has a lot of work then.
Specifically with this
now
season?
is his time. Now is the season
His time has
for
come.
Right.
his time
Oh,
has come.
Marcus, you have been summoned.
All right. So besides Monse not knowing what bleach is and offending everyone greatly.
Hey, it's a good way to clean your
I'm
clothes.
sorry. Well,
That's
I know what
quite all
bleach is. I use it in my laundry, but well, not really.
also
I
don't know
actually
what bleach
have
is.
like try to lean off of the whole bleach thing because it's not good for your clothing
Oh
or
yeah,
your
yeah,
skin.
yeah.
or your skin.
Take a shot of that. You're clean on the inside out.
Come on, do not follow
Let
these
me
statements.
tell you, listen, let me tell you. People, I do not know what goes through their head.
From a nurse, say it from a nurse's
I do
perspective.
not know what, like, I don't know. I just look at people and I'm like wondering what's going on up in there. Anyway, I had an experience where I met somebody that ingested the antifreeze.
Antifreeze. Oh no!
Are
What?
they alive?
Why?
Yeah, I mean that person is alive, but how crazy is that? Like I've when they had that challenge of like the whole like swallow the bleach or the Tide,
That Tide Pods.
that yeah, it's stupid.
Did they have
Pardon my French, but
But the demographics, they were all children, right? That were doing all those things.
not children. No, well, teens and I mean
Adults.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the age. It's just why would you do that?
The gullibility.
You know what I mean? And this person said that it was at a party, did not know what they were giving to this person, and took the shots. Who in their right damn mind? First of all, you smell it. Or am I wrong?
I don't know what the situation was, but like, if you're looking at a little cup, a shot cup or shot glass, and it's neon yellow green, you have
That's
to
a fancy
think
drink.
twice. Yeah, no, what fancy nothing. That's something I would say. Hell no, what the are you giving me to drink? What is
Exactly. Thank you. Thank
Now
you.
look at the guy hosting the party. What are you? Is this
Are
a
you
guy?
ready?
Green lime
This
is
individual.
a Jolly Rancher lime shot.
this? Nah, F that. There's no way you're gonna get that type of color. Unless this person was already drunk out their mind and didn't like
Probably was.
had
They probably
impaired
were.
judgment. That's probably the only reason or way that this person would just take a shot without thinking twice. But if that person wasn't impaired or wasn't drunk or whatever,
Well, that's what the claim was, that this person was drunk and didn't know what was being given to that person.
Antifreeze? What the fudge? You
And
really
I
trying
said
to kill a person?
antifreeze.
They had to pump their their stomach after that one. That's
Oh,
crazy.
definitely. But isn't that crazy? I mean,
It's
who in their
absolutely-
right damn mind?
I would assume that
ingest-
everyone in that household. You giving me to drink? Ain't no Kool-Aid.
He's like, I'll even sue the grandma.
Everyone.
And
even
she's
the
on an
dog.
she's in an urn.
So,
Oh, okay, I
figure.
didn't take it like that. Could have said she was asleep.
The
figure.
urn and sleep.
But that's
Okay.
horrible. What? Oh,
so
man.
I mean, all jokes
But you know
aside,
what else is
like,
crazy?
people do ingest these kind of things.
What's the
You know what
weirdest
else is
thing you've heard
crazy?
people ingest?
Well, that was one of them.
Ashes.
I take
that was the
Kugel's
first-
best. Bleach.
That was the first time I ever heard somebody tell me, "Hey, I ingested this."
Oh.
What?
This person told you
I'd be
face to
like,
face.
where?
Well, I took care of this person, so
There you go.
You nursed this person back to
One of your
health.
closest confidants telling you they ingested some and
I
That's
was
crazy.
shooketh when I
Yes,
found
I
it
am
out.
shooketh right now.
So, I mean, I love working at the hospital. You know, you get all these.
all
You
these
know, you-
weirdos drinking stuff they're not supposed
Let me
to.
tell you, when I first started there, one of my first
Anime
patients
OVA starting. Monsters anime.
was this person who accidentally
Accidentally.
took some 60 something shots of NyQuil. I don't know how you take it accidentally, but it was one of the cases that happened. And I'm like, you know, I don't think there's any accidental intakes of X amount of shots of NyQuil.
I'm speechless.
No, you're not. You're Marco.
Same.
So, and then I I had another person who apparently used Clorox to clean herself because she felt like she was dirty. So
She was messing with them dirty.
Dirty girl. Dirty girl.
I mean, I don't know how. I mean, I'm pretty sure her skin was on fire the minute that she did it.
Wait. Was she hot or like burning?
No, like her skin, Clorox. If you put Clorox on your skin, that thing burns.
Ugh. Like your sins?
No, she got a chemical burn because of the actual clog.
Oh, a chemical. Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, there's a
He said
reaction.
her sins. I'm
Good
done.
lord, bro. It's like take a swig of holy water too while you're at it, right?
Imagine she thought it
That's
was
some
holy.
holy
She thought it
water.
was holy water, and by acid ground bleach. Oh,
It
it
was
burns.
like holy-ish, all right.
She's like, oh, it burns. I must have been doing bad things.
But that's crazy. I mean, people are doing some outrageous things to their body. That's why.
Yep.
But any other news for besides Tate Kubo's best bleach? Any other news? Anything that you
Demon
guys
Slayer is
are?
fire.
Well,
Not
Okay.
not bleach fire though.
what about Elaine? Elaine, I've heard the least amount of information from you, and it's very concerning. I would
Cool.
like to hear about.
This is
your
our future
endeavors.
lawyer speaking.
Call
Yes. I would like to hear your future endeavors that pertain to anime and manga. Or were you able to finish the list that we gave you for watching it?
I think so. I think I was watching one of them, but that was all I needed. I don't remember what the name was.
Konosuba?
No, I finished that one.
Which one was it? Food Wars, maybe? I don't know.
I saw that one.
Guys,
I
you
forgot what it's called.
Like facts.
Oh, what about what other one was it, guys? Do you guys remember the actual list? I don't remember at all.
Let's check the tapes.
That's a lot of
We're not
text.
gonna go all the way back. to,
Jesus.
Yeah.
That was like 3 years ago.
That's
Basically. But yeah, so let's see. Log Horizon.
We did not recommend
Log
that.
Horizon?
We definitely did not.
No, I think it was
recommend that.
Goblin Slayer. No,
No.
Come on.
No, it was Dr.
Dr. Stone.
Stone.
Dr. Stone. Isn't
Did
the
you get
next
stoned?
one coming?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, this
It was
is
Dr.
crazy.
Stone, How to
It's
Get a
now,
Girl at the Dungeon or something like that.
Danmachi.
yeah, not mine.
And then it was I can't
Kanojo,
remember the
Kanojo,
other.
Kanojo.
Konosuba was one. Because watched it. Dr. Stone. I don't think it was that long. Could have made it
No, it
longer.
was like
Clearly,
five.
clearly.
It was
How
only
could
a
we
couple.
forget? It was Kuma Bear. Of
No,
course.
that didn't come out yet.
Mm-mm.
No, it did. It did come out that by then, but it was still a meme.
No, it wasn't a recommend. Oh, it wasn't on the list of recommended.
Shield Hero.
It might have been Shield Hero.
No,
It
that
might
wasn't
have
on
been.
the list.
But did you watch it?
No.
No, he's just asking just that.
Okay.
What was the last anime you watched, Elaine?
Recently? Well, okay. Wait.
Do we all
There's a
take a
story
guess?
behind her
We all
watching.
take a
You're
guess?
like
Um,
chotomate.
Okay,
I know- I
it
know-
was Erased,
Oh
Food
yeah.
Wars, Danmachi, Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon, My
Ah.
Teen Romantic Comedy,
Snafu.
Gonosuba, and Dr. Stone.
Okay, yeah. This is a
that's-
solid pick.
All right, that
I
was
think we
my
did a good
list.
job.
And
was
she
a good-
watched one.
What did you watch, Monse?
I watched Erased.
Hmm.
I watched Food Wars. I think I watched
Okay.
Food Wars. And then but Elaine told me to watch that on my own.
She
Watch that
Not
on your
that
own.
bad.
She
I
didn't want
watched
to.
Go to your special happy place by yourself and watch that.
I feel like it's not that bad. They're not
It's
like because
mostly just like first couple of episodes, but then after that, it's just like funny.
everybody's like, yo, their bodies just their
It's a
clothes just fly off.
Now, how
It's not
could you
that
explain this in court, Elaine?
I
You don't.
You
I
bring
don't
you bring a
know.
pot of chicken teriyaki. Eat. Food
Yeah.
doesn't come off. See, Your Honor.
Oh man.
Also, will be there
So,
like,
yeah.
oh,
So you only
Yeah,
watched two
everything.
in
What was
one
the last
day?
one you watched?
No. I watched the girl, How to Get a Girl in the Dungeon or
Danmachi.
something.
Yes. How
Yeah.
to get girls in dungeon. Right.
I started watching Dr. Stone.
Good Morning World.
Oh yeah.
Konosuba. I feel like I watched that one, but I don't remember.
It's a good comic.
Darkness.
All day.
I
Chun
don't
Maro.
remember.
La Latina.
I haven't watched My Teen Romantic though.
That was,
Oh.
I think that was the one I was watching, but I didn't finish.
No, why, Elaine? Why?
So
I don't
close.
know. I know.
She didn't feel the darkness.
But
Oh, I watched. You know which other one I watched? I watched the one with the orphan kids.
You got that's a
Oh.
lot of them.
No, Promise Neverland.
Yes. Oh
That
my
was
god,
good.
that one was nice. I hated the ending
the
though.
orphan kids.
Oh.
The Orphans.
Well, they were in. Could they be considered orphans?
Yes.
Yeah, they're all orphans.
They could be considered cattle.
Yeah, because like
That's
they didn't
true.
tag
They're considered
Very
me.
true.
A
Their
delicacy.
food. Their food.
Delicious, they say.
Mhm. But like,
And
I
then
haven't.
yeah. Go Eileen.
Yeah. Oh, I haven't like been able to catch up on like new animes or like the new seasons. But like I started watching Komi Can't Communicate.
Ah.
I don't know
Which
if you
is
guys
a
have
new
heard of. Yeah. I don't know if you guys have heard of Blue Period.
That's a
what?
medical thing, I think, isn't it?
No,
Google that.
it's like
Wait, what
this
is it?
dude in high school, and he like didn't know what he wanted to go in, but he was like really smart. Or
Oh,
as
so
it usually goes.
topical.
And then he like finds this like passion for art, and it was like I found it so convenient. Like I found it at such a convenient time. It's new too. It's still ongoing. So, and then I also started watching Cowboy Bebop.
Hey.
Oh, classic.
Yeah, and I finished Eden Zero.
Wait, Cowboy Bebop, the live action or the anime?
No, I'm finishing the anime, but I saw that they came out with a live action.
You missed the bullet there. Good.
Yeah.
We had our snipers ready to
I
go.
was a little scared. Yeah.
Sus. You should have just said sus
you
when you
guys
saw the
watch it?
live action. No.
Okay. I was scared. 'cause I
Wait,
was
which
like,
one?
oh.
Which one was this?
Cowboy Bebop.
Because like a lot of things are coming out with live actions, but they're like horrible.
The
So,
One
like,
Piece has been announced already.
No,
Yeah, with this cast.
I'm scared.
They say
Have
that
you
the yes.
Have you guys watched Alice in Borderland? It's not an anime, but
Is this
It's a
the
show.
for the video game?
I think it's a video game. I only watched the show.
Yeah, no, the original one is a video game. It's based off a video game, Borderlands, and then Borderlands
Oh.
2.
Oh, okay, I think so.
I have no clue
Is
about
it?
this.
It's good though. It's interesting.
It's
Where-
based off
where
of
is-
Borderlands? No way.
I saw it on Netflix.
It's not.
I'm looking-
Is it really based off?
Oh,
of
what about the one that's based off of League or LoL, League of Legends?
Arcane?
Arcane, yeah.
I definitely did not watch that because I hate.
Me either.
Also over here coming in with the hot takes.
That League is terrible. Terrible game. Unless you like it inside.
What's the name of the other one in Borderlands? What's the name of that series?
Borderlands.
No, the name of the show.
I don't think Alice in Borderlands is not based off of Borderlands. Let me check.
I'm doing it now.
Yeah, it's not. It's in Tokyo. Yeah, this is not based off of the game Borderlands.
It says it's based off of a graphic novel.
Yep.
It's a dude.
Like most movies, yes.
It's almost an isekai, if you will.
But yo, Demon Slayer though, it's great.
Yes. Did you guys watch the
Amazing.
movie?
Yeah.
Of
Yeah.
course.
I watched it
Monse?
on the. Right, Monse.
I went to the theater to enjoy that one.
Same. It was
The
good.
Mugen Train.
Mugen.
You guys know Jujutsu Kaisen, right?
Yes.
No, I'm lying. Yeah. Of course.
What
Nah,
happened?
that is fire.
Are you reading the
Who's
manga?
your favorite character?
Don't you dare say Gojo.
No.
It's the white hair boy. Of course she likes
I
him.
mean, how can you not? Like, come on now.
He's already overpowered. He's like the Wizard King from Black Clover already.
Not in the manga.
No, yeah, exactly. I was gonna say the same thing.
The manga, he's kind of.
Well, let's not spoil. Let's not spoil.
Well, I don't
Manga
even know.
only
I just
people
heard.
and anime only people. There's two different things. All right.
I started reading the manga, but I haven't gotten that far, unfortunately.
Push your glasses up, girl. Push those glasses up.
I kind of
Really?
pre-ordered a figure for Jujutsu Kaisen, but
Oh,
it's
I
a
got
noodle
spoiler from the
stopper.
TikTok.
I'm horrible at names, but the girl with the nails and like the girl with the glasses. Oh my
Natsumi?
gosh.
And
I
I
forgot
forgot
the
the
name.
last one.
Doesn't the girl with the nails look like Gwen from Ben 10?
I think
No.
she's best girl though.
Gwen
The girl
Tennyson?
with the nails?
Yeah, I think she's best girl.
She's really good. And like in the anime when they came out with her like her extra like power thing, I thought that
Right.
was so cool.
The dolls?
No, the rose thing, her like rose tattoo thing.
Yeah, where she
Yeah,
can like
yeah.
control
Forgot.
whenever she can like rupture someone.
I think so. Something like that.
Then what's
but
her- what's her-
I've been
what's her
more
end
interested. I've been more interested in Demon
don't think
Slayer.
they
Demon Slayer is really
showed
good.
She
Demon
said she
Slayer?
wanted to become famous or just have money?
I
think both.
Something like that. I don't remember. It's been a while.
Oh,
Wow.
Oh, have you guys watched the My Hero, the newest season, or like newish
The-
season, I guess?
yeah, the villain arc.
Yeah,
if you
it's
will.
already done though, right?
I
Yeah,
don't
it's done.
know. I started it, but I haven't finished it because school started, and I was so
Oh.
sad.
Yeah.
It
No, I
gets
read
good.
the manga.
The manga's way better.
It's kind of dragged on a little bit and slow.
Yeah, this
What?
this
Oh,
arc,
really?
the recent the one that's been released already. It's
Yeah.
one of like the most boring arcs.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, yeah.
Really?
it doesn't get
This
good
is
to like
world
the
building
villains
for
arc.
the evil crew or whatever.
What is it? My Villain Academia? That's the meme?
Yeah. That's gonna
Yeah.
be next season, I think.
No,
No,
that
next
already
season
came
is
out.
the war. Next season is
Oh, is
the
it?
war.
Yeah, next season is when things
okay.
get picked up.
Okay.
Isn't
and,
there a movie coming out, or I don't know if it came
There's a
out.
movie
They're
coming out, but it's
postponing
not.
it.
No, it's
Really?
still
They're
coming out.
postponing
They're
it.
postponing the next season for the movie.
No.
Oh.
The movie already
Well-
came out.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
is it
really?
the World Heroes Mission?
Yeah, that's the movie.
Yeah, it says 2021.
But the
Oh,
next
it did
season
come
is
out.
the next season is the where he has to pick up the pace with learning all the abilities.
Oh, that's what's up.
Oh snap!
It's basically where the manga is right now.
Oh, okay,
So they
okay,
caught
okay.
up.
But this arc has been going on for a long time because we
Oh,
learn
really?
a lot of new different things.
Can you give
I
us
think
just
they-
one?
Nah, don't spoil, guy.
What do you
Don't
mean?
spoil.
What?
I think they would show.
I'll give you a
showed who
spoiler.
who
There's multiple abilities with his power.
There you go.
Okay, yeah,
Thank
but we knew that,
Thank you,
no?
Josue.
Exactly. That's a spoiler. If you haven't
A
even started it.
non-spoiler spoiler. Elaine's like, but we know here. We know these things.
It's like, but I seen
I
him
think
do
they
it.
already like showed who like the traitor was, no?
Yeah,
Yeah,
my
see,
brother
now
spoiled
you're-
me on it.
No, they didn't.
Okay.
Big hint. Stop it. Stop it. That's a big hint.
My brother already
They
spoiled
showed
me
it
on
in the
it.
manga.
Yeah, that came
Oh,
up in
really?
the manga as well. Yeah.
Oh, it hasn't shown in the anime.
And on the
No, in the
TikToks.
anime, no.
Elaine over here. Tis.
I don't know
Spoilers.
if you guys watched this one. Hold on, I forgot the name.
Say it.
Skate Infinity.
It wasn't it was
Really?
know
I thought it was a good comedy one. Like a super chill type of thing. Like if you're just going into anime, I think it's like a funny one.
I guess.
Nah, One Punch is better.
No,
for
no,
just
no.
going into anime and
For going to
Yeah.
anime, One Punch
is where it's
better.
at. I don't know about
I guess
you.
yes, yeah. Another one that I recommend would be Oron High School Host Club.
I love.
No,
oh my
hold up.
God.
No.
It's
Yes, yes, Elaine, yes.
funny. It's so I will rewatch that show as many times as I may
Which one?
need to. On
Oron
high school.
Host Club. It's so beautiful.
Is that the one you were watching?
Probably.
The with like the basketball guys?
Oh
No,
no,
that's
that's Boku no Ba. Yeah.
Is that
That's what
Kono
it-
no
No,
Best or
wait.
Slam Dunk?
Is that the one you were watching with Tiffany?
Yo, who's Tiffany?
My friend, she's also into anime and all that. We
Hey,
went
that's
to
good.
Anime Con recently.
Spreading the anime goodness.
Yeah.
And COVID at the same
She's
time.
Chinese.
And COVID at the same time.
Wait, what?
That's what happened with Anime NYC this year. Or last year, I mean.
2021, yeah. How many?
Unfortunately.
15 cases or 3 cases?
I have no idea. I just remember one, like, they emailed me saying, yo, this is what happened. Get yourself checked out.
Did you
And
go?
Wait, what happened?
There was a person that had COVID after the convention. So
Yeah,
people,
I think Anime NYC.
yeah.
I thought
And
it
then
was
they
in California.
No, in New
No, that
York.
was here.
There were
Oh.
3 confirmed
And,
cases
yeah, hence the name of the actual convention, Anime NYC.
Oh,
with
This is-
Omicron.
But what
Okay.
happened was that people came from, other states.
Oh,
And what
yeah.
happened was that when they left and they had to get themselves checked out, they took a COVID test, came out positive. So they were kind of like worried because they thought that they were going to make a
Yeah, an outbreak
a
again.
bigger spread of it. But okay,
and Ayup.
then
But-
I don't think it was really the case. Like it wasn't as bad as they thought it would be. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, because like it was mandatory to have a mask as well as
Right.
a
And
vaccine.
They had
And
to be
be
vaccinated and have
Yeah.
a mask on. So.
A good
Mhm.
mask.
Did you go to this event, Alan?
No, I was planning to go, but when they said that you had to be fully vaxxed and fully masked, I started thinking of like, oh, am I really gonna enjoy everything there? Because apparently they were gonna have like what's it called events. They had already announced and mentioned, so their halls were already like. I think they split the halls
Decked.
up to more rooms, and it's like you're literally you only get like 10, 15 or 25 people in there, and you're 6 feet apart, so they can only fit so many people. So if you were online, there was no guarantee that you were gonna actually.
And that place is huge.
Again,
The-
yeah, but when you have like a couple thousand people in there, it's like that was gonna be a little weird.
Not at the not at the Javits Center, right?
No,
Yeah.
yeah, it was there.
Oh, was it
Yeah,
the
it's
Javits?
at the Javits Center.
No,
That's the only
because
place they make it.
the other one was at the port. The one that we went to the other time, and that one was huge.
What are you
It was
talking about? The port?
Or
You know where they put the aircraft carrier?
The museum.
Mm-hmm. They 1 year in 2016, we went to the anime convention for that one, and it wasn't in the Javits Center. It was by the pier,
oh, that's cool.
and by
But
the
I don't
pier,
think that was Anime NYC. That's a different probably convention.
Yeah, it might have been like
Anime.
something just for them.
something anime. But
Yeah.
along with the Javits Center, like you could go there and then to the other one. So
Oh, it might have been one of those those plus
Peppers.
things. Like they made 2 different events for like different days or for different time.
yeah, and like literally that place huge. You can fit the freaking aircraft carrier. Oh, someone's exposed with Funimation.
Someone's exposed, but it's funny.
Who this? Who was that?
That was you.
Nope,
Elaine.
my ringer's off though.
Okay. I'm just kidding. No, but yeah, there was 3 cases confirmed. One was a lady that didn't even go to the convention, and she tested positive from Long Island City. And then 2 people that did go to the convention.
Well, okay. So
But
besides
they
the
had
point
2 confirmed cases.
so besides the point of
Of
COVID
anime,
with
go to anime.
Let's go back to the anime. So
Yo, you know what was a great anime this
I love
season?
how we always get off topic, guys.
That's
Beautiful.
okay.
that's what the podcast's for. Yeah.
What was great this season was rankings of kings.
Oh, Boji.
Mr. Boji himself.
What about Job Moshoko Tensei?
No. It was all about Boji
Mushoku
this season.
Tensei was fire, bro. I
Mr.
loved
J
it,
says
man.
he hasn't seen it.
Nah.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you watched it, bro.
I watched it.
Yeah, he
I saw
watched
that.
it.
I had to stop my religion of dub only to continue it.
Yo, did you guys finish watching The World's Finest Assassin is
No.
reborn as an aristocrat?
Yeah.
No.
That one was fire as well, bro. I love that one.
I need to wait for the dubbing.
No,
I thought that was a great show.
I still think the rankings of kings was better than the
Oh,
the
of
Assassin
course.
one.
I didn't like at first. I
Bushy.
didn't care much for the animation style, but the story is legit, bro. It's like comedy, wholesomeness, and stuff like that, bro. All mixed into one.
No, yeah, I love myself the Boji.
He loves himself some boji, my guy.
Is that a name? Or is that a
That's
dish?
the main character's name, Boji.
That's the main character's name, bro.
Is it a
Boji.
dish? How do you eat that?
No, it's a guy. He can't speak either. He's
the
mute.
guy.
Is this a soup?
No, he's
Boji.
the guy.
Does it come in a
freaking
bowl?
Guy.
No, he's
He's the
guy.
king or the prince.
The Prince Boji.
Who is
He's
this? What is this?
It's a long
Rankings
story.
of-
Let me
It's,
tell you. Let me tell
What
you a
is-
Let me
story.
tell you the great story about Boji.
Boji.
What did he say?
He's the oldest of a giant. Yeah, the father's a giant. Mother is also a giant. But he's small. He's small.
But you small.
He's a tiny
Yeah.
giant.
When his father died, his little brother became king because Boji is mute and deaf. Yeah, he's deaf.
That's not funny.
Call me
Uh,
much?
Then why are you
So-
laughing, bro?
Yeah, he's like, it's not funny. So
That's racist.
What?
what?
They didn't give him the throne because he was deaf and mute.
That's not
messed
racist.
up.
That ableist. Ableist?
They racist for that.
They're going to jail.
So then we found out that Elaine's just
She
like,
sent
what kind
me
of
to
sister
jail.
is this?
We're going to jail.
I'm one of a kind.
So Boji is we find out later that his father did some things.
What thing?
Like made a deal with the devil.
Oh. So
Yeah,
is
that's-
he
that's-
the outcome of it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not he's like the reason why he's small. He's supposed to be a giant. The reason why he's small like that is because of what his father did.
To
Ooh,
the
what his
devil.
father do?
Yeah, with he made a deal with the devil.
What he do?
He made a deal that when his firstborn was born, he'll take all of his potential. So basically, giving him the strength of two people.
What?
So that's why Boji became small.
Because he was his firstborn.
Yeah. Because like I said, Boji's a
Boji is
giant.
such a tiny name too. Boji.
Boji sounds so cute.
BOJY?
BOGJE. I mean, sorry, I.
I thought, yeah. B-O-G. B-O-J-I.
Yeah.
Boji.
We also learned that we also learned what else? How he grew up, I think it was. Yeah, because the way he grew up, he was able to kind of train himself a little bit. My guy learned Ultra Instinct as a kid.
Kind. But he likes to eat and share his food.
Yes.
Aw,
And he has a giant pet snake
that's a cute
Aw.
Boji.
with 3 heads with 1 cut off.
And he
the-
also is a pretty good dancer.
he doesn't
And just
have
like
3 heads.
adventure time
So it just has 2 heads.
No, it has 3
He said
necks.
3 heads, but 1's cut off.
Yeah, so it has 3 necks.
We
with
can
2
do
heads.
math, Josue. We can do math.
I just gotta make sure.
Aw, poor Boji.
Elaine flaming you over here. But the facts.
Also the father that took over the little brother's body.
Oh no, he's bodiless.
Homie, no.
So right now, Boji's trying to take back the kingdom.
Take it, Boji, take it.
But the one problem is that he can't get any stronger, so he has to get quick. You gotta get smart.
He's gotta get quicker.
Basically.
Listen, I'll help Boji. I'll push him up, even though we're both short people. But I push him up. Who just laughed at me like that?
That's me. That's me.
Calling me short?
No, I laughed with you, not at you.
You called me short.
Careful,
No,
Ryan.
I thought I heard someone
She just
laugh
growled
at
at
you.
you.
Not at you.
But yeah, that's Boji.
Boji.
Right? But
Amazing.
besides Boji, there was other shows that
Restaurant to Another World was delicious.
that was also scrumptious. I really enjoyed that one.
It's a great show because it showed food dishes that
Very
we all
good.
wanted, but we can't have.
There was a little bit of story behind it too that this season, which was also really good. They started connecting dots, and a marriage happened,
Yeah.
which was really nice. What was the one with the
Red. What about Red? The one
Red?
kicked away from the hero party.
Oh.
I didn't finish watching that.
It was mid.
I
I
don't.
just watched the first episode. And called
It
it a
was
day.
mid.
What are you playing? Video games over here? League?
It was what?
It's mid. It was mid. Everything
explain your
about it
rankings?
was mid. It
Explain
was
your rankings.
easy. He left the party. He got kicked out of the party. Started a pharmacy. Got the girl, and then somehow got his sister back. It was mid.
What?
Elaine's like, what?
Yeah, I'm confused too.
Exactly.
So wait. So can you explain your ranking? Mid, easy, and high? I guess.
I did not say easy. I said
So
it was mid.
what's mid is middle. What's your high?
Boji.
It's easy.
Oh,
Boji.
And then what's your low? What's your low? Below mid.
Boji.
Actually, I don't know.
Because I like
I
this.
would say the season was very mid.
What
was
about
the-
Boji.
what about Mushoku Tensei?
Why didn't watch it?
That is top tier though. I'm not gonna lie.
I almost cried
Me
Good.
too.
when he beat up his dad.
Oh, no spoiling.
Oh yeah. Also, the faraway paladin was really good too.
Oh, that one I need to watch.
That was really good.
Dang it, you're making
me,
me
it was
come
really
back
good.
to anime, Josue.
Oh, what about the one? What about the one where the girl turns, the orangutan or the big orange monkey turns into a girl?
Oh yeah, that was also mid.
What?
Only what?
Huh?
Can you tell me the
It was,
name?
it was like
I don't even remember the name.
all right, let me look at it.
Orangutan.
A monkey?
Yeah.
The fruit of evolution. Before I knew it, my life had it made.
Oh.
He ate some kind of fruit that basically allowed him to become a Pokemon.
The evolution
And then he
stone.
gave it to the orangutan, and then that orangutan evolved to a human girl,
Of course, a girl.
and then he evolved into a skinny guy with who's
Oh
taller.
yeah, he was fat and stinky before.
Yeah, he was fat and small. So then he ate the fruit and became skinny and tall.
I wish.
Ooh, I need that fruit.
But yeah, it was okay. I think
Did you
it
just
ended
ignore-
pretty badly.
Wow.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Thank you
It's
for
okay,
sharing.
Komi. You can keep going looking down. Let's just look down.
Wait, why are you saying wow? She's like, I can't.
Everybody heard that, right? I know everybody heard
It's
that.
on tape. It's on tape.
Everybody was a witness.
World Trigger
What'd she
also was pretty good this season.
The faraway paladin.
World Trigger, though. I saw kind of season 1, but it was
Oh, I didn't see that one.
It was mid
Nah,
from the
Everything
beginning.
was mid.
Nah. World Trigger was fire this season. I thought it was really good.
What's the premise of season 1 then? Give me some synopsis.
I would, bro, but it's kind of late, and I don't want to extend the podcast more than it should.
This is something about a gun with the trigger?
No, think about the world.
It's about parallel worlds.
Isekais.
And people they're infringing on the world the main story takes place in, and they're called neighbors. They're designated as neighbors, so they come in and they basically take other people or take people to their world and use them as like batteries, like energy source.
Oh, I thought you were gonna go with nasty stuff. Good. The one with the PG. The Matrix sounds like the Matrix, if anything.
Sort of, but it's more on a global scale, where they actually came out with a department to fight these neighbors, and they have like teams that are comprised of shooters, fighters, and like sword, but they're all very like technology based. So it's not as like it's not a gun or a sword as a
it's a
as
spoon.
the conventional sense.
It's a
more
spork.
of a like technology one, and they use some sort of energy source called Trion, and basically that's the energy source that they're cultivating in other worlds, and they basically steal people from other worlds to use them as batteries because they produce this type of energy.
Bless you.
I don't think she sneezed. I mean, I don't. Yeah. I don't know what just happened.
I just saw her levels just go up like, oh, bless you. So you're just describing the Matrix, like but the battery source to the robots, not to other dimensional beings.
No, they're very much very humanoid beings as well. They're just using their technology to try to take other whatever they consider other neighbors from other universes.
Like Universe 6, Universe 7, yeah.
I mean, again,
How do you go from the Matrix to Dragon Ball Super?
Because of universes.
I mean, I would say that you have a loose concept of what it is, but yeah, sure. Let's go with that.
My understanding in 3 minutes. It's a Matrix Dragon Ball Super
I mean,
combo.
Isn't everything
Kinda,
reduced to that? Sure.
Yeah. Fists flying, swords flying, bullets flying, girls popping up and saying, hey, doing the Nico Ni dance.
Not at all, but okay.
Not for this one.
I mean,
for,
I would highly recommend you give it a shot if you have the time.
take a shot.
Yeah, give the show a shot if you would like. I'm not gonna guarantee that you're gonna love it, but I thought it was really interesting, and I definitely think you should consider giving it a shot.
Okay.
Take a shot.
Well, the series is called World Trigger, and you said basically to pull the trigger. I'm like, what? Say what? Another one.
I'm trying to think of another one besides that.
Give me another.
Another one.
Dun dun dun. Another one bites the dust. Dun dun dun.
Elaine, would you recommend one?
I
I
haven't.
wonder.
Oh no.
I just made that one up.
I don't. Honestly, off the top of my head, I don't have anything. You guys have watched JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, right?
But of course.
I haven't. No.
Sounds good. I don't know if you guys know.
You're good. Good, Elaine. Good. You're being very diverse with your anime portfolio.
Oh yeah. I don't know if you guys know Kuroko's Basketball.
Yes, I even know the
absolutely.
abridged version. Yes.
Okay.
Whatever that
Attack
is.
on Titan.
I finished the manga.
For AOT.
Yeah.
Oh.
Attack on Titan, by the way.
Oh yeah. I thought. Okay. I else? Oh, The Way of the Household Husband.
Oh,
I never
is
heard
it
of
with
that one.
the
with
gangster?
the gangster.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, okay, I know it.
The mob boss.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys watched The Great Pretender. I don't know if you'd consider it like an anime. I'm not sure.
It is, isn't it? It
Yeah, I
is.
think it
That's
is
what
made
I
in
thought.
Yeah, it's made in Japan.
Who
I
told
think.
you otherwise?
It's made in
No,
Japan, so it must be anime.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, premise. If a series is American based, but is produced by a Japanese company and produced in Japan, can it be considered anime?
No.
Okay.
Actually, I don't know. I just want to say no.
What was it again?
If a series, an IP, was started in the US, specifically in the US, and
It's not anime.
and then produced by a
I know
Japanese.
what you're talking about.
Yeah,
What, like a
they were-
Star Wars or
No.
something
No,
like
he's
that?
with that, and also
Supernatural.
he's talking about Supernatural.
Oh no, absolutely not. Marcos, what kind of question is that? Come
well,
on,
it was
Marcos.
produced by Madhouse.
Yeah. So
No, it was animated by Madhouse. It was produced by Warner Brothers.
By the Japanese
There you
branch
go.
of Warner Bros.
Yeah, it was produced by Warner Brothers. It was animated by Madhouse.
I'm gonna cut you.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Violence
God.
being recorded as we speak.
Sorry.
Look at that. See? Look at that. Look at that.
We just heard
I
that.
rest my case. Send it to jail.
yeah.
Listen, he just walked by me and went boop on my
It
forehead.
don't matter. Use violence.
I'm
You're
okay.
going to jail.
I'm cut him.
Choose violence, please.
What?
Yes.
I woke up and chose violence out here, bro.
Elaine, you're the defense here. What's the defense?
What the
There
fuck?
is
She
no
knows what she.
defense.
It's only
said it.
offensive.
Elaine's like, if I were there, I would do it even more.
She
Yeah, I think
said,
that's
cut
a-
him.
That's a good place to
Elaine
stop.
just
Marcos.
drops a paper and say, cut him.
Marcos,
What?
time.
Yeah, okay. Go for it. Give us the statement, Jose.
Oh, it's time.
For what?
Well, let me get the song. If I could find it quick enough.
Oh, I don't know. Okay, really quickly. Have you guys seen Japan Sings 2020?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that show traumatized me
In what way?
in a lot of ways.
My
That's
sister
not an
watched
anime,
that
though.
one.
It's not.
I can't back. That's more. That's more than 5 seconds.
It's time.
Marcos, like it's time. I'm being summoned.
Being summoned. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you.
Wait, did you
I'm
kick
out.
him out? Did you kick him out?
No.
Oh, after because they suddenly stopped talking, I was like, oh,
I'm waiting for
Oh
you
no,
guys.
because we're just listening here.
They're bearing witness.
they're bearing witness. They're witnessing a bear.
Elaine was putting in the paperwork that she's innocent. You know, she had to cut him for self-defense.
Yeah,
But
I have my
does
own
her-
attorney.
But her case ain't strong enough, so we're gonna have to put her in jail too.
We're just
Listen,
gonna call
Elaine.
it. We're just calling the
you
jury
know
to
what
be
they were
hung.
saying? You know what they were saying, Lainey? That I'm holding him against his will.
Oh
Listen
no,
to
he's
this.
there by will. Like he chose to be there.
I mean, he said it.
Exactly. Thank you. I rest
But
my
he said
case.
it.
I don't know why
Yeah.
he would. I don't know.
Oh, she said she don't know.
Like, why would you be there if against your will?
I mean, anything
Exactly.
can happen if you got a
Will
gun.
is outside of the door, so Will is not indoors. William is outside.
Who is this
William.
William we speak of?
I mean,
That's the
brought
one.
it up.
William is breaking in the wrong door downstairs.
He willfully came to me. I rest
that's
my
what it
case.
says on paper, allegedly.
I rest my case.
As
We'll
you
send
put
in-
your water
We're
bottle
sending
down.
in the SWAT. But yeah, I think that's
It's
time to
coffee in
end
a
it.
police uniform.
Alright. So, and then on that bombshell, guys, I think we should call it a night.
Yeah.
Thank you, Elaine. Thank you, Monse.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you for
We're-
having us.
You guys.
Thank you for
Hopefully
admitting
you
to
should-
holding
You guys
someone
should invite us
hostage.
more often.
Held
This
to
is
the yeah.
fun.
We're trying
It's
to.
fun.
We're trying to schedule something out. Hopefully, you guys are available.
Every
Maybe.
week,
Except on Sundays.
except Sundays.
We usually record on Saturday.
Oh, facts.
All right. Well, guys, please sound off, Mr. Marcos, if you will.
This is Marcos Lopez signing out.
This is
Jay.
me signing out.
Monse,
This is Monte signing out.
Elaine,
This is Elaine signing out.
from our home studios, we would like to
Very
say thank
fancy
you,
home studios.
and we will see you and catch you
Sus.
guys next time. Peace.
Peace out.
Bye.
Au revoir.
He's like, bye, have a nice time.
Have a beautiful time.
Hi there. Thank you for tuning into the LTS podcast. All the notes and more can be found in the description. By the way, we have a social media page where content is posted regularly. Feel free to reach out at us through there or via email. Both are found in the description. When you support the show, we have a merch store where you can buy an item that you like. If buying merch is not your thing and you just want to support the show directly, we also have links to those too, if you'd like. Thank you. Also, please rate us 5 stars on your favorite podcast catcher. Every comment is really appreciated. Music credits in the description as well. Peace.